Man, oh man. I gotta get some guys in the build, man. Hit that like, share, comment, and subscribe. A fake goat Mike hopped in my private chat and said some things. I think it's pretty sad that these dudes, try to act like me and be like me. But always got guys watching my channel. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of guys who watch my channel while I'm not watching it, and guys trying to act like they me. They're trying to be me, and it's sad. I actually got dudes trying to be Goat Mike, and I think it's funny. But we're gonna get cooking here in just a moment. All right, y'all. Make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on post notification. Let's follow me on Instagram and go my kids guy from my Twitter MC3628555 A whip is middle like Mr. Cap $DSC 84048. Super chat, super sticker man. Nobody has hopped on the panel so far. But trade deadline stuff is out here. Lakers, we gotta see what they're gonna come up with. If they don't make no moves, they might as well call it a season. If Lakers don't make no moves, you're better off calling this shit a season.
Like I said, once again, it ain't my decision. That's a decision that I think it's best for the game. And unfortunately, you just gotta go with it. There's a moment right before the end of the game where you went over LeBron and AD on the bench. You kind of think, just give them encouragement. Just keep their head up, keep playing, tough life. And I told him I wish I could help him. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the game to be able to help him. And that's why I came in to be able to help him out. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to do that, for them, but that's not my call.
All right, so I'd like to welcome our insider, Brian Windhorst, to the conversation. So, Brian, can the Lakers make it work with Westbrook after what we just heard?
The next few days are going to be really important with Russ because taking that position where he's not willing to go along with potentially sitting at the end of close games and maybe at some point even coming off the bench, not even being in the starting lineup, that's going to be a very important thing for the Lakers over the next few days. Because when you look at the numbers, Russell's referring to his career numbers. His career numbers are awesome. He's a Hall of Famer. But this season's numbers do not support playing him at the end of close games. And even if the eye test doesn't support it, then that's going to be a huge thing for the Lakers to manage in these next few days.
Well, and Perk, take a look at these numbers so we can kind of see exactly what Brian is talking about here.
You know what? The numbers is fine, but I'm extremely bothered by Russ and those comments after the game.
In what sense?
In a bad way. For the simple fact that accountability is huge. And Russell Westbrook is shying away from that word for some reason. And he can't sit up here and tell, hey, I was brought here to help, but it's out of my hands. No, it's been in your hands. You just haven't delivered. And you know what's weird to me is that they have a guy over there by the name of Phil Handy, Coach Phil Handy, arguably the best workout guy, the developmental guy in the NBA. And for some reason, Russell Westbrook just won't give Phil Handy a chance. And every night I'm watching his game struggle. And so the problem that I have is that you can't come on here and blame Coach Frank Vogel because Coach Frank Vogel is stuck with you long enough. He's tolerated. He's had your back in multiple interviews saying, Russ will be fine. We got to get our chemistry. Sooner or later, he got to figure it out. He has to put the best players on the floor at the time that he think could win the game. And right now, Russell Westbrook is not in that conversation. What Russell Westbrook needs to do is to get the trust back of not only his coaches, but his players. Because we just saw in the video, LeBron and AD weren't trying to hear that. They're like, nah, dog, you got to pick your game up. They was not trying to hear that. They didn't tell him that, but they wasn't trying to hear that. Look at it. They're not trying to hear that.
No, I agree. And when I saw that, I saw a player that was not necessarily involved based on the reality. In the NBA, in basketball overall, you got to be able to get a bucket. Like, you cannot be a liability on offense anymore. And if you are, you've got to create one. And I think he struggled creating them. He struggled scoring. And on a night where normally you see AD go 8 for 10 and LeBron James 11 for 19, and they both combined for about 50 points, you would think that this team would be competitive. But instead, Russ is 3 for 11, 0 for 1 from 3. You're not creating a case for yourself. And I do think that, at points, Russ has been able to be the dog wherever he goes, whether that's OKC, Houston, the Wizards, and now LA. This is a lot of pressure and expectation, not only playing for Los Angeles, but coming back to your hometown where all your family's there, and then trying to acclimate in a season where LeBron was out in the beginning, AD out in the middle, and now you're all back together trying to save the season. I think, what are they, 26 and 29 right now? Trying to make sure they don't end up in a situation where they were in the play-in, and that really hurt them and put them in positioning. But you've got to play and perform at a high level in order to make this push. And I think he hasn't, per se, as Wendy, you've said, given the requisite evidence for a coach to say, I see why you need to be out there. And lastly, I'll say this. For Russ, everyone deals with flaws, quote unquote, within your game. Perk, you made a great point about, all right, go work out with the trainer, Phil Handy. Everyone knows him in the basketball world. You soak up that type of knowledge. What can you do if you're not knocking down your shot? Everyone knows in basketball, if they're not guarding you, dribble handoff. The next person coming off can be a shooter. Being intentional with those movements to create shots for other people. Screening, that's number one too. Focusing on assisting the ball. Like, if you know that's your primary choice, do that. Those are things that you as a veteran have to move the pride to the side and say, if I'm here to win, and people won't care if you have 0 or 5 points and you win and you have 15 assists. We've seen that. Sorry, I'm just
real, but Bill $41 million or 40, what would Russ make? 40-something million dollars.
44.
Right now, be a $44 million Alex Caruso. Be that. Be a guy that has 0.7 steals and impacting the game that way if you're not being able to score. But here's the thing that I want to point out when I look at Russ. Right now, Russ is being challenged because now he finally has to play basketball. Where he's been on teams where they're just hooping. Think about it. The Houston Rockets was just open court and just running. It wasn't no real high IQ or having to go with how can I make this work? Or no, it was James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Y'all get up and down and do y'all thing. Same thing with the Wizards. Same thing when we was with Oklahoma City. But now it comes a point in time where, guess what, Russ? You actually got to play basketball.
Right.
You actually got to be a basketball player with a basketball IQ in the moment. And Russ is struggling, and Russ need to hold himself accountable of that and not Frank Vogel.
Well, Dave McMenamin had some interesting reporting in his post-game story last night, which essentially said that folks inside the locker room had told him that there's a little bit of an admission that this roster really isn't working, Brian. So I have to ask, is there any chance the Lakers look to move Westbrook before tomorrow's trade deadline?
Yeah, in recent discussions with the Lakers, teams who've talked to them have found that they are not willing to include the 2027 first-round pick. That's the only first-round pick they can trade. If you take that off the table, finding a trade for Westbrook and without it being able to attach that pick, I think is very hard. I wouldn't say anything's impossible, but right now, from what I understand, the conversations the Lakers are having are with Talen Horton-Tucker. And I'm not so sure that's going to make a massive difference in the roster.
Right. Well, and we've also heard folks say that this is not necessarily a movable player. Looking at the size of his contract, looking at the very few options, Bobby Marks has broken it down for us before, that are out there, it doesn't seem all that likely. Thank you so much, Brian. All right, plenty more still ahead on NBA Today. Before tomorrow,
heading into tomorrow's trade deadline, and I'll get to James Harden and Ben Simmons in a minute. The last two NBA champions played each other last night. The Lakers lost to the Bucks 131-116 in a game that was over at halftime. Giannis went for 44, 14, and 8. No turnovers, by the way. And LeBron had this to say in response to a question about his team compared to the Bucks.
Do I think we can reach the level where Milwaukee is right now? No. That what you want to hear about me? No.
NBA Insider, best-selling author, and the LeBron James of the Hoop Collective podcast. Download and subscribe. Brian Windhorst. Windy, you've known LeBron since he was in high school. You've covered literally his whole career. What do you think when you hear him talking like that?
Well, he obviously would like to have them do something ahead of the trade deadline. And we've seen LeBron want to do this in the past with other teams. And there have been times when he has asked for changes have been made, and his team really responded to him. LeBron has been right about those things. The difficulty here is that in the wake of the Westbrook trade, Max, they just don't have much to deal with. And as of yesterday, I don't have new information today yet, but as of yesterday, the Lakers were not willing to include the 2027 first-round pick that they had. That's the only first-round pick they're allowed to trade. And without using that, they're basically down to what Talen Horton-Tucker can get them in the market. And frankly, Horton-Tucker's value has really dropped. He had surgery earlier this year. He's shooting 20% or something from three-point range. It's not a fertile time for the Lakers to make a trade. And that's why there's a lot of frustration. When they made the Westbrook deal, they gave up 4 things for that. They gave up 3 players and last year's first-round pick. And then they elected not to sign Alex Caruso. And that decision took 5 things that they can either play or trade, basically down to 1, which is Westbrook, who right now is essentially untradeable unless they're willing to use that first-round draft pick. And that's hard. LeBron doesn't care about the 2027 draft. He may not be in the NBA by that time. So that's really the situation the Lakers are in.
Probably going to be like the 3rd best player in the NBA in 2027. The guy doesn't get old somehow.
No, I said May. I'm not guaranteeing. I said May.
The Talen Horton-Tucker thing is a bit odd because he has potential to be a nice player, a really nice player, and he was sought after as a trade commodity, but his game doesn't really fit. Like, they needed shooting. You would think that the Lakers at the trade deadline would want to add a couple of 3-and-D guys once they put this roster together. So Russell Westbrook benched down the stretch again. In the post-game presser, he seemed to be in a bit of loss when he was asked what he has to do to earn his way back into the closing lineup. Is the feeling around the Lakers, Windy, that they made a mistake here, or that this roster can figure it out?
I think they know that the Russell Westbrook trade at this point is not working out. They played 55 games. Westbrook has played the most minutes on the team. I think he's one of the top minutes playing guys in the league. The sample size is very large. The question is, what do you do about it? I mean, I can sit here for the next 15 minutes and say, well, maybe they should have used Talen Horton-Tucker and traded for Kyle Lowry a year ago at the trade deadline. But that's not important. What's important is going forward. And going forward, if Russell Westbrook isn't willing to agree to a role change, because frankly, he doesn't, he's talking about how he's earned the right to play at the end of games. He has in his career, but he hasn't earned it this year. And so really Westbrook has a decision to make about whether he wants to get on the side of where this is going or not. And I mean, if I was Carmelo Anthony, I would ask to have dinner with Russ, because Melo didn't understand when he got a little older how to change his role, and it cost him a year in the NBA. And now Melo has changed, and he's able to have this second career, and it's been really great to see. Westbrook, I don't know if he has that many options because he's not a good shooter. But his option for this year is to either get on board and find a role that makes sense or cause trouble. And after what he said last night, I'm not sure which way it's going to go.
I'm going to be on the record making a prediction right now that the best thing that happened to the Lakers is the fact that they have painted themselves into a corner, and Westbrook will have to figure it out in the second half of the season, as he has the consecutive 3 seasons before. He's gotten much better in the second half. It's really their only hope to switch coasts for a second, because the other team that put together a big 3 this year is in a free fall down the standings. KD and Harden are both out with injuries. Kyrie's still not able to play in home games because he refuses to take any of the safe and proven vaccine options. And at one point, the Nets were down 28-2 in the first quarter. Windy, around James Harden and Ben Simmons. What is their fire? Are they talking about a deal?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how much like the problems that the Nets have are like the Lakers. I mean, it's not; they're both almost equally disappointing. The reasons are a little different, but we thought that was a Christmas Day game because we thought it was gonna potentially be the finals. So really, there's a lot of people saying a lot of different things right now. But I think if you boil it down, from what I understand, what's going to determine this is what do the Nets think that they're going to get out of James Harden if they don't trade him? Because the
magic is calling you to a celebration.
Hey, LeBron, how do you view tonight's performance and loss in the context of this season and this last week and change? And how do you, as a leader, what message do you send to your teammates?
I mean, obviously, it's a tough loss, obviously, in the sense of, we wanted to get back into the win ways. But we don't come into the game expecting anything but everybody's best. Second half, for the majority of the second half, we got the best out of Portland. They shot the ball extremely well. From the three, I mean, they started the game 0 for 11 from three, and from that point on, they went 10 for 21 or 10 for 20, 10 for 21 from the 3-point line in the second half. So, and then our turnovers, obviously 28 points off 21 turnovers, is a killer. Every time we turned the ball over, majority of them was me. It was almost like pick sixes. We didn't get a tackle on a defender who intercepted the ball. They basically ran it in for a touchdown every time. So that's not an ingredient for winning basketball.
Quick question about your knee. There was one play in transition where it looked like you kind of got grabbed. I just wondered if that affected you at all and how the knee held up in this.
No, that didn't affect me, but I felt it a little bit. Kind of got grabbed from behind. Going full speed by Justice, and kind of took a wrong step and felt it a little bit, but it didn't affect me for the remainder of the game. It was just a little sore for a couple possessions.
LeBron, to get back to the turnovers, obviously no Russ tonight. Roles change again on this team. How would you pinpoint kind of where they came from? I know this has been a high turnover team, but what was the issue tonight on that side? With that aspect of the game?
I don't know. I mean, some of it was unforced, some of them was forced turnovers. We just got to be better with the ball. A few of my turnovers was just, I don't want to say careless, but the last one that I had was actually an unbelievable play by Dennis Smith. We had a 2-on-1, and he was trying to chase down Taylor and through the bounce pass. And same time the bounce pass was happening, he turned around and kind of just, got his hand and they came down and hit a three, and that's another one of our pick sixes. But, I'll take accountability for that. It starts with me, being a point guard of tonight's team and then trickle down to everybody else. So take full responsibility for that.
LeBron, I know you don't play fantasy basketball, and it's not your control here, but what do you view tomorrow's deadline in terms of significance for this team, even if it's not necessarily what type of change on the roster can have, just the mental block, if there is any, that it's weighing on this group?
I mean, obviously, obviously it's something that's weighing on this group that we're trying to all, get through. Almost feels like it's, like fog, just fog in the air. We're all trying to see what's on the other side of it. And, obviously, I take today, take tomorrow, like any other day. And if something changes, then I'll approach it. But I'm literally I'm tired as hell right now. I just want to get some wine and get to bed and wake up tomorrow and feel good about what tomorrow has in store. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as far as the deadline. But other than that, I'm kind of just focused on what we can do to be better.
To follow up on that, LeBron, when you talk about being tired, I mean, obviously the last stretch has been rough on your body. But are you just talking about?
No, I'm sleepy, tired. Sleepy. That's what I'm talking about.
but this fog they're talking about with the deadline coming up, just the mental fatigue of that. When do you feel like that really started coming on? And
No, I mean listen, mental fatigue is always a part of the season. I mean, it's a marathon, it's a long season that happens, and it's even more fatigue when you're losing ball games. I mean, so that's just that's the mental side of it. But just staying as sharp as possible. Keeping your mind, and how we can get better, how we can be more prepared, how we can have less breakdowns, both offensively and defensively. So that as far as the mental side for me, that never changes. I never get to a point where I'm just like out of it. If I'm on the floor, I'm into it the whole time, unless I'm not playing or I'm not active. So I'm not worried about that.
LeBron, you said a couple games ago after the Knicks game, you said you told Russ that he could text you later that night. I'm just wondering, have you connected with him over these last couple of days, kind of as everything's been going on?
Yeah.
And then, like, where do you feel like he's? I have a feeling you're not going to divulge a whole lot of like dialogue, but like, could you contextualize kind of where he's at with everything? If everything's out there about him, and obviously, the deadline coming up.
I mean, he wants to be better, and he wants to do what is, put us in a position where we can win ball games. And with him on the floor, he wants to, make plays. He wants to, lead his team like he's capable of doing it, like he's done in his career. He wants to prove to himself that he knows he belongs on a championship ball club or someone that's inspiring to be a championship ball club. But those are my guesses. I'm not going to tell you exactly our dialogue, but those are my guesses because I know the person that he is. I understand that he knew, and we know what we're all here for. So I just hate that where we are right now, and it hasn't kind of worked out that way 2/3 through the season.
Someone insisted that you.
Frank, what's your reaction to that game?
Disappointed, angry. It's the game we got to get. It was a difficult or a different kind of challenge. Playing a team that's decimated like this, and you got a lot of guys having an opportunity to earn a paycheck. Honestly, getting opportunities to play that don't normally play, so they always play with an extra level of confidence and juice. And they got two guys on the floor that we knew could beat us, in Nurkic and Simons, and we didn't contain them well enough, and we didn't match their energy.
You said the energy, Frank, after the Milwaukee game is going to be a disappointment. How can you put your hands around that from an energy or effort standpoint in this one tonight?
Yeah, well, we just got to play with better habits. That's what we talked about. We watched film on it this morning from the Milwaukee game. The habits of this team, haven't been executed at a high enough level to win at the level that we want to win at. And we'll keep hitting them on it. We'll keep working. We'll watch the tape again, try to learn from this one, and continue to have that growth mindset.
Frank, does it feel like these lessons that you're trying to impart in them have just been the same over and over and over again?
No.
They feel different?
Some. Look, habits are habits. You work on habits, and it takes time for them to develop to the point where you're doing them every time without thought. And the faster teams that build those habits, those are the teams that win. And we haven't gotten them done, at a high enough level. So a lot of these losses are, every loss is different. Everyone feels different. And this one's definitely disappointing.
Frank, as a coach, I just wonder what this feels like when you have such a veteran team that, guys who have been through so many battles over the years who, we've talked about whether, you'd be surprised or not, but does it just feel like you're pushing a boulder up a hill sometimes? Not with the players, but just in terms of getting.
No, I feel like we can win. I feel like we should win this game, and disappointed that we didn't, and we'll get back to work and find out why we didn't win. team game. We need everybody, to play well, and whether it's the next man up mindset, guys filling in for Russ, or those guys taking a bigger role, with Russ out. We needed everybody to step up. There was a lot of positives, but we gave them life, and we let Simons get going in the second half, and just wasn't enough.
Specifically in the late game execution, 5 turnovers in the last 5 minutes. What went into that? And sort of related question: do you think sometimes this team has too much confidence in its ability to finish games like this and pull out the win anyway?
No, I don't think it's about that. I think we know that we're not good enough to feel that way. We have different guys out there, and we had some bad reads down the stretch, turned the basketball over, and they got out and ran on the break and hurt us. So if you have to not beat yourself first. You got to take care of the basketball, and you got to not foul too much, and definitely the turnovers hurt us.
Frank, I know we talked about the trade deadline, but Russ is a guy who just has been talked about at this time of year. Is there a scenario where he isn't on this team after noon tomorrow?
If there's ways to improve our team, we'll try to improve our team. Other than that, I got nothing to say about the trade deadline.
And then, as Dave mentioned, first game we've had without Russ this year. What was his level of engagement and participation?
Yeah, he was engaged. Yeah, he was talking about things, pregame, in the film session, and engaged on the bench, talking to the guys and about what was going on. So he was engaged, yes.
Frank, I'm curious, what do you think the mental sort of fatigue is with this group in terms of, Bill alluded to trying to push a boulder uphill. It does seem like this group has been problem solving, like basically since like the first day of the season. What do you think the mental toll of that is on this group? And do you think that 21 turnovers, maybe some carelessness, it could be tied to that?
I don't know if that has to do with the turnovers. I mean, that's just execution, but I do know that this has been an extremely difficult and challenging season for all of us. So there is a toll.
Over the years, I don't have any words for it because we've used all our words up. We saw Milwaukee come in and we thought maybe, okay, that'll be a measuring game, against a good team, and we saw what happened. And then against Portland, a team of professional players, but it was almost like they were playing against a local YMC pickup group of guys. And I think it just goes to show you how deeply mentally disconnected and the inability to fire your brain up for a game that you should win, or for any game for that matter, shows that there's a really tough virus going on with this team right now that I don't know what the medicine is, but this was really bad. To get outplayed, to have more Portland to have more points in the paint, more fast break points, all the categories that are like effort stuff lets me know that this team has a serious problem. And so I don't know what they're going to do to get out of it, but tonight's game really denotes like a really bad thing with this team right now. I don't know what it is.
It's almost like the Lakers. You say sometimes you got to put your antennas up. It's like someone took their antennas.
Yeah.
They don't go out with any sense of urgency. They don't go out with a lot of energy. It's almost if like they say, okay, we the LA Lakers. We got LeBron James, AD, Carmelo Anthony, Westbrook. We can turn this switch off and on when we get ready. But you got to understand, that might have worked on other teams. But the Lakers can have the best players in the world or the worst players in the world. You're the Lakers. Team's gonna want to beat you regardless of what your crew is that's out there on the court. And if you watch the way Portland played, they came out with a lot of energy. They was moving defensively, and they shared the basketball, and they had a lot of backdoor cuts. They play smart basketball. They like, as soon as the Lakers turned their head, they went backdoor. They got layups, got points in the paint. They was active with their hands defensively. They did a lot of little things that the Lakers don't do because the Lakers, they stand around and watch on offense and defense. They have a tendency to play with their hands down and don't get enough tip balls.
They basically put the ball in a young man's hands, Anthony Simons. They kept Nurkic, and they still have Dame, who's not playing. And it was just a bunch of guys that played hard, and competed. And they started to believe that they could win.
Covered this team for 18 years, flew a million miles on United Airlines, mostly to go wherever this team was playing. And indeed, I don't remember a loss like this. Got a microphone issue here. I'm going to put it back up. This is
good talent right there, putting it up while you're talking. Yeah.
this is a disturbing loss, period. You know, I don't remember one like this. Remember devastating losses, you know, Game 6 in the 2008 NBA Finals, losing by 39 to Boston. That was a tough one for the franchise. This is completely different. This team gave up on its season 5 days ago when they dealt Norman Powell and Robert Covington to the Clippers.
For the offensive rebound, fouls, free throws, Blazers win. What did Big Game James say in the postgame? Low point of any season ever? Yep. That's a bit of hyperbole, but I defer to Big Game James. He knows better than I. Lakers are 4 under 500 for the first time in their 3 seasons under Frank Vogel. It's also the first time LeBron James has lost to a team on a 6-game losing streak since March of 2019. All right, Coach Vogel's at the podium at this moment. What do we got?
Frank, what's your reaction to that game?
Disappointed, angry. You know, it's a game we got to get. And we didn't master.
You know, get back into shape. You know, they're a good team. They make you work. You know, it's been trying to build my way back into shape. And you stay in. Those are the times you get injured and try to do too much. So taking it, being smart. Like I said, we took care of business as a group. You know, and at the end of the day, it's all that matters.
You did more than just take care of business. I mean, we called this a beatdown, and they are a really good team. Just what felt good to you guys tonight?
Honestly, we guarded. You know, continue to play defense. We had our ups and downs a lot. You know, throughout the beginning of the year. Even in January was rough for us, but we're starting to find our way, competing.
What up, Laker Nation? I can't believe it, man. This is truly embarrassing. If there was some sand right now, I'd bury my head in there. As a Laker fan, we have hit beyond rock bottom, man. We're like, there's no lower than this, all right? Losing to Portland, a rebuilding team. No Russell Westbrook tonight, all right? No scapegoat. No. I mean, I told you guys he's not the only problem. He's a big chunk of the problem. But this coaching staff, to me, has been atrocious, man. We don't play Dwight Howard. The rotation's horrible. Defense, atrocious. I don't know why this coach gets the rap he does about being a good defensive coach. This is almost embarrassing how we guarded these teams. And the players don't seem to be in it anymore. Maybe they know their best friend's going to get traded. Maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe LeBron's getting ready to hit the eject button and clean house. I don't know what's going on. But the body language and everything, man, Rob, do something and do it now. Because I've been saying it since before this game. When the Lakers don't do anything by the trade deadline, we're not going to get very far. People telling me, Dan, as long as we got LeBron and AD, we'll be fine. No, this is not the same team that was in the bubble. That team had defensive players. It had the KCPs of the world, the Kuzmas, the Carusos. All right? It's a way different team, guys. The season could very well be over. Depends on what happens up. If I'm being honest, man, everybody outside of AD, LeBron, and Malik Monk can go. Everybody outside that. And the coaching staff needs to be fired as well, man. It's so unencouraging to see that they can never make the right adjustments. The rotations are always trash. They can't get anything out of these players, all right? It's the players, too. I told you guys, we're building a horrible stench of losing, man. This is crazy, man. We just lost to Anthony Simmons. Earlier in the season, we were making excuses. Not we, but a lot of people was making excuses that it's not Frank Vogel's fault because, he didn't have LeBron or he didn't have AD. Well, he had them both tonight. And you mean to tell me that there was no way we can beat this Portland Trailblazer team? We couldn't put together a nice 2 little quarter run to put them away. This is crazy, man. And y'all can't blame Russ or THC because THC played well and Russ didn't play at all. And yes, Russ is a huge part of the problem. All right. I can't wait. I hope they trade him. He didn't play tonight. I'm speculating. I think he's going to be gone. But this coaching staff, guys, what are we running? We're settling for 3-point shots versus a team that has zero rim protection. All right, Nurkic, you mean to tell me AD and LeBron were scared of Nurkic tonight? Not only that, but we had way too many turnovers. 21 turnovers versus a young Portland Trailblazer team. You know what this is? You know what this tells me? They need to trade. They need to trade for youth, man, because we're not young enough. A lot of the times, LeBron needs to be held accountable tonight too, because even though he had 30 points, he struggled, man. By his standard, he struggled, and the turnovers at the costly times. I mean, that turnover when LeBron made the wrong pass, they get the ball back. Anthony Simmons basically hit the dagger, and that was it. That was the end of the game right there. We went down 5 and we never recovered. Little stuff like that, guys. We don't have a game plan. A real coach would tell the team, all right, you just got the ball back. If you don't have a sure open pass, pull it back. Wait for your team to come up. Force them to play defense. Nope, not the Lakers. We're running around like chickens with our head cut off, turning the ball over 21 times, and no Russell Westbrook. No Russell Westbrook today. So yes, of course, he's a big part of the problem. He has horrible attitude, and I pray to God he gets traded. All right, he needs to get traded. But I also pray to God that he takes Frank Vogel with him, because I've been saying it all season long about how bad of a problem Frank Vogel is, and people want to say it's all of Russ or it's all of Frank. There's no in between. And I keep telling y'all, both of those guys are two huge liabilities. He said, Dan, the season is over. I'm sorry, but we are not going to win the ship this year. We'll be lucky if we make the playoffs at this point. It's a wrap. Again, we'll see. Tomorrow is a trade deadline. I will be here for the special guys. I will be here during the trade deadline. So we will see what they do. If they don't make any moves and they stand pat, it is over. I agree with my guy right here. Brian B said the whole team played lazy, no effort, no sense of urgency. They don't care at all whether they win or lose. AD really disappointed me. He did. This was AD's worst game in a while. It was a disappointing loss. All right, no excuses. No more excuses. I don't want to hear the knee. I don't want to hear he's sore. I don't want to hear the wrist. He just had a bad game. And so did LeBron. Don't let the 30 points fool you. This is why I tell people, especially Westbrook fans, they talk about how he has a good game when he has triple doubles and stuff. Don't let the points fool you, man. All the turnovers and carelessness, the lack of being able to rotate on the defensive end and just letting wide open shooters shoot. It's an embarrassment, guys. It's an embarrassment. I'm really close to saying just blow it all up. That's how bad it is, man. Like, I really want us to continue to compete this season, but I'm like this close to saying just blow it up. Forget about it. All right, we're not gonna be able to build around LeBron if we keep this up. You know, and I'm saying the chemistry is trash right now. It's in the dumpster, man. And then the dumpster, on top of being in the dumpster, it's lit up. It's on fire, like the 4th of July when they light up the dumpsters. I'm telling you.
Want to win a vacation? Watch the big game ads. Tweet.
Now, man, our chemistry is in a dumpster with a dumpster fire on it. And then the rain came to wash down on it. And then, bro, I'm telling you right now, this chemistry is trash. Guys hanging their head. LeBron James and AD, we expect better leadership from you guys. I got to call them out. I got to be fair and call everybody out, because just like I call Russell Westbrook and Frank Vogel out, tonight it was on LeBron and AD. They never looked like they got aggressive. You have Nurkic on you? Go around him, man. What are you doing, AD? You have Nurkic on you, bro. Nurkic. The dude could barely jump over a damn magazine. And you couldn't drop buckets on him? I wanted to see a 40-piece. I bet on AD because I thought he was going to go off, man. That's how bad it was for me tonight. But, you know, that's neither here or there. The bottom line is that the Lakers, so bad, man. So bad this season. No chemistry, no flow, no game plan, no half-court offense. But defense, don't make me laugh. I'm not even going to mention that. All right? All in all, this was a piss-poor effort, and we deserve to get embarrassed. Congratulations to the Portland Trailblazers. And by the way, that Anthony Simmons is my first time watching him this season. He's grown a lot since the last time I seen him. And I mean, offensively, man, the dude, he looked better than LeBron and AD offensively tonight in spurts. I couldn't believe that shit. But hey, it's the Lakers, man. It's exactly the way it's been going this season. I really would be irate if it wasn't for my boy Mookie blessing the channel earlier. If y'all didn't watch that one on pregame, check that one out, man. That's a feel-good video. But look, Vogel needs to get fired. been saying it for a long time. And I need to call out the front office too, especially if they don't do nothing. I'm gonna have a real big sermon for you guys on the front office if they don't do anything tomorrow. I promise you that. If they don't do a single thing, there's gonna be a sermon and everybody's invited. It's not even Sunday yet, but it's gonna be church up in here. Because I'm gonna tear them a new one. That's how bad it's gonna be, bro. I'm telling you, they better make moves. If this doesn't solidify the fact that if you have to give up a first round pick, second, third, I don't care if you give up a ninth round pick, but make that shit happen, bro. Laker fans are sick of watching this mediocre product that you guys rolled out to the floor, and somebody has to take accountability. Rob, you made the trade, so now you have to fix it. You know, you know that saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We should have kept that 2020 championship team together. We didn't. We didn't fix it. We went in a different direction. We tried to over-adjust, and guess what happened, man? Guess what happened? So I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be here for a whole hour, maybe more, right at the trade deadline, right as we're about to hit the hour. I'm going to be here the whole hour talking. Shoot, I might be taking calls. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. We'll do the flow of the whole situation. But if the Lakers don't make a move, guys, I'm going to be up to here. That means that they didn't care about the season. They're mailing it in, and they might as well blow it up because we don't want to waste these dudes' primes. And we damn sure don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team, no draft picks, no future, and just losing to Anthony Simmons and the Portland Trail Blazers. It's gotten out of hand, guys. This season is officially, it's in jeopardy. And tomorrow's going to be very telling, man. My boy Eric said, Dan, I'm ready for the scriptures. I'm telling you, man, if the front office don't do it, I've been very fair and very patient. I'm a very patient fan. I'm very objective. I like to see everything in a broad perspective. I give players time. I gave Russell Westbrook time before I started tearing into him and turned all of Russell Westbrook's fangirls against me, right? I gave them all time. I was on their side and all this. But, however, losing to this Portland Trail Blazer team is definitely a new low. And like I said, they don't do nothing. And guess who I'm going against? I'm going against the top dogs. I'm going up against Rob Pelinka and Jeanie Buss. And I hate to disrespect them. I will do my best not to, especially Jeanie. But I will have to speak the truth, man. And the truth hurts. But they better make a move and show that they're serious about winning. Because if they're not, they're wasting everybody's time, money, and energy, to be honest with you. And that's a fact. And I know a lot of people tonight are saying, blow it up. Listen, I'm just as frustrated and disappointed as you guys are. But tomorrow will tell us a lot. If we go past tomorrow and everything's still the same and we don't even try to do something, at least try, then I'm going to have to agree with Laker Nation. It's time to start fresh. It hurts because I think this team is a couple of pieces away and a good coaching staff away from championship contention. But right now it seems so far. We can't beat Anthony Simmons and the Portland Trail Blazers. What a joke. We should have blown this team out by 25 plus. Think about that, just based on the talent. But again, this once again goes back to what I've been saying all season long, that this coaching staff does not know how to utilize the talent. You got Dwight Howard rotting away like a corpse on the sideline. Ridiculous, man. And to prove my case, just look at everybody who's ever left here. They thrive under actual offensive and defensive systems. This is an embarrassing night, man, and it's going to be one that either changes the course or exposes the front office, one or the other. No way you can sit on your hands. No way you can sit on your hands after tonight. There's no freaking way, guys. No way. And it might have to be more than just the Russell Westbrook trade. It might have to be more than that, but we'll see. I'm going to reserve judgment till tomorrow. Judgment day is upon them. That's all I got to say. Judgment day is upon the front office, and they're about to start getting called out because we gave them enough of a pass. All right, we gave them 2 seasons to correct their shit. Think about this, all right? LeBron James, this 3rd or 4th season? I think this is 4th season with the Lakers, right? Imagine if we couldn't build a contender 2 out of the 4 seasons or 3 out of the 4 seasons. Think about that. If we're only able to build a contender for 1 season, we have failed as a front office. Even if we brought that championship, we have failed because LeBron's still playing inspired basketball when he's inspired. Clearly tonight he wasn't. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that is an embarrassment for the front office, and that's a failure, no matter how you dice it up. Am I still thankful for the championship? Of course. I'm not going to take that for granted. Never that. But if we're not able to consistently build a contender for, like I said, at least 2 or 3 years out of LeBron's stint here, then then it has been a failure, man. It has been a failure for the front office, and they got to be held accountable. It's that simple. Joseph, appreciate you on the cash app. He said, for honestly, a minor trade won't even help us, to be honest. I agree. For one, we got to start with unloading Westbrook. Two, we need to get a real big that we can play the winning formula again, because we keep getting exposed, okay, in the paint night after night. Anthony Simmons double clutching layups from his freaking ankles, man. That's how bad the rim protection is. This man doing through the legs layup dunk packages on the Lakers and shit. I'm like, what the I'm like, is this a slam lay?
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. With our flexible plan, only pay for the data you use.
Layup competition? What is this? Is it, do you think LeBron is going to want out of LA? Maybe. If we can't continue to build around him, it's going to be tough for him to want to stay here. Maybe so, bro. Good question, by the way. Noel, appreciate you. He said, this team won a chip with size. I'm confused as to why Vogel continues not to play Dwight as we get killed in the paint every night. Incompetent. That coach is not capable, man. Put me in there, and I promise you, I would have won at least to these losses as a coach, even as a mediocre coach, even as a fan coach who probably don't demand no respect from the players, and they'll probably laugh at me, but I'll still put the right rotations in. You know, they can laugh their way to the bank when we're winning games, but I'm telling you right now, these rotations are comical at best, man. I really don't understand how he's getting away with murder, man. And the fact that he's still a head coach after losing to the Thunder twice, to the Kings twice, I lost count how many teams we lost to. But after losing to all these teams, and he's still sitting there looking pretty, Frank Vogel. I told you guys, everybody takes a slice of the pie. LeBron and AD for wanting Russell Westbrook to come here. The front office for making the silly move.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Apologize for the mix. They're much better off trying to get a top 5 pick, top 3 pick, top 7 pick, 10 pick, whatever it is. They're much better off doing that. So the Lakers walked into tonight's game, taking on a Portland Trailblazers team when, I'm not kidding when I tell you this, there are times during the broadcast where I'm listening, I'm like, I don't know who that player is for the Blazers. I genuinely, I don't know who this player is. Obviously, you do your research, but for the most part, it just kind of highlights who the hell is on this Blazers team right now. Game progresses. Lakers eventually, I think, take a 7-point lead at halftime, but even at halftime, you're like, what the hell's going on here? Blazers can't make a shot. Lakers are shooting much better from them. How are the Blazers even in this game? And by the time you got to the fourth quarter, we had a game. And it actually kind of goes back and forth. The game does. It's only a 2-point game going into the fourth quarter. And, lo and behold, you give a team enough confidence. Anthony Simons, this dude is not worried or scared of anybody on this Lakers team. And the Portland Trailblazers beat the Lakers by 2 points. So the Lakers have lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder twice. They've lost a couple times to the Sacramento Kings. They've lost to the Indiana Pacers. They've had bad losses. It's not like this is anything new for the Lakers. The Lakers have had bad losses. This has happened before. So it's not like this is crazy. But in my opinion, Laker fans, this is 100% a new low on the season. And it's also a new low. It's not that you just lost to the Blazers. It's not that they have absolutely nobody on this team that you really know or recognize. It's not that this team is trying to go get some draft compensation or get a good draft pick come summertime. It's not even all that. It's the fact that the Lakers are much further along in the season. They're in absolute desperation mode. The trade deadline is tomorrow. They got the second hardest schedule left in the NBA. It's all these other reasons why it's a shock and surprise that they lost this game tonight. And I did over an hour, maybe hour 10, hour 15 minutes in the first post-game show that I did. And it's embarrassing to kind of see that this is the team that the Lakers have. You guys tell me, you guys are seeing this better than I am, or just as good as I am, right? Does it look like the Lakers have this sense of urgency? Does it look like they have this fight? Does it look like they're a team that really, really cares to turn this season around? Because if you're seeing something, I'm not seeing it. I don't believe that's the case with the Lakers. I'm not convinced that this Lakers team looks at this season and says, guys, I want to do absolutely everything I can to make sure that we could just live another day, that we can gain some momentum. They look disinterested, Laker fans. They don't look like they, it's one thing against the Milwaukee Bucks that kind of slap you around in your own home floor. It's another thing when it's a squad that really, truly is not trying to win games. So those are my initial thoughts on this Lakers-Blazers game. It is by far, no question about it, the lowest point of the season, and there is definitely no guarantee that it's not going to get any lower. I think the chances of the Lakers digging themselves a deeper hole is more likely than it is unlikely, and that's the product that we have right now for the Lakers. All right, let me read off a couple of these comments. I got SportsCenter on the background. Lakers 5-11 in the last 16 games. 4 games below 500, 26-30 on the season. Just looking awful. There's no other way to put it, Laker fans. It looks awful, and it looks like they have zero interest in trying to turn this thing around. Can we skip to October already? Okay? Near the bottom, all right? I thought we were a 500 ball club, Allen. Boy, was I wrong. We are sub 500. You're not lying about that one. What's the solution? All right, what's the solution? So, it's actually a good conversation because it's going to lead into tomorrow at noon. By the way, tomorrow morning, just so you know, my show with Travis, we're 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. You could tune in live on the ESPN app. Just listen live, ESPN LA. Go to ESPN.com, the podcast, Travis and Sliwa show. Tune in tomorrow because not only are we going to be doing this, but we'll take you all the way up to the trade deadline and then an hour after the trade deadline. So if anything happens or anything's going on, we'll be all over it. So what do the Lakers do from here? By the way, I wish I can pick up the phone and pace. I wish we could have a conversation while I'm pacing and the camera is still steady. I need almost like a helmet cam or something, okay? These are the options for the Lakers, all right? Either one, the Lakers basically say, well, we've been all in since LeBron got here. Why are we going to stop from going all in? Whatever the hell we need to do to trade Russell Westbrook, and you want that 2027 draft pick, let's throw that in there to make it, sweeten the pot. If you do something like that, basically what you're saying is this is kind of your last gasp here, because once those assets are gone, you don't have that 2027 pick anymore. But what you're also saying is if you do that, you think you still got a shot to win a championship this year. Laker fans, you can give your opinion on this. I don't think the Lakers have a shot at winning a championship here. No matter what they do, by the time you reach noon tomorrow, do you think they still have a shot at a championship this season? Other teams are just at different levels. The Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, and listen, I think Golden State lost tonight to the Jazz. They lost bad. They don't have Clay. They didn't have Clay, Andre Iguodala, James Wiseman, and Draymond Green. Do you know how much better that team is going to be in 30 days from now? The Phoenix Suns are playing as good as basketball as anybody. In the Eastern Conference, teams like the Miami Heat are going to be a tough out. The Milwaukee Bucks showed you yesterday, hey, they're different classes to the league. You guys go play with the JV squad over there. Don't come play with us. That's what the Bucks did to the Lakers yesterday. They absolutely checked the Lakers. So when we got tomorrow by noon, the trade deadline, if the Lakers are going to go make a trade and they're going to give up the rest of the assets that they have, you just got to understand something. I don't think there's a move out there that's going to put them in the ballpark to still go be a contender. Now, can they do it in the summer? Summer, they probably can. They could say, okay, Russ, final year of your contract. Now we kind of clean slate again. Are there things they could do to go sweeten the pot and go try to get another player? They could kind of reset things in the summer. I just don't think at this point anything is going to change, that if they go make a deal by noon tomorrow, it's going to put them in contention to go win a championship. Because the reality is If it doesn't put you in contention to go win a championship, then why do you do it? This team almost looks disinterested in wanting to go out there and fight. You know what I mean? This team almost looks like, the best example that I could give, I think I've given this example before. If you're a fan of boxing, there's certain boxers out there that when they get hit in the chin, just a good punch in the chin, they kind of look at it like, ooh, that was a good shot. I'm coming right back at you. Lakers get hit in the chin and they look like, yeah, we're good. I'm good, actually. I don't know if I want to throw any more punches. It's like, I don't feel confident of a team that's their mentality. So that's kind of why I set it up that way. But let's say the Lakers don't make a move by the trade deadline tomorrow. Can they really, really not do anything? I mean, are you really kind of throwing in the white flag and saying, hey, this thing is a wrap? Because it's so bad right now, it's just going to spiral even further, I think, if it's the exact same roster that comes back. So I think they do something. I just don't think they do anything that's big, because I don't think they have the opportunity to do something that's big. And I don't think there's anybody out there that's going to obviously save this season. So it's kind of where the Lakers are right now. I know it's kind of a bummer, but it's a reality. And I don't know how else to put it. Yup, Alan, it's so bad right now. Fire Vogel and his staff, bring in new coaches. It hurts to eat. No, don't let that happen, bro. Enjoy your food. See what else we got here. Lakers season officially over. All right. First name, how is John Wall better than Russ, and he's not playing? Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Who cares? Playing this circus with Westbrook ain't good either going forward. Okay. Tell me if you guys agree with this. Let me throw this out here real quick. I put out a tweet a little bit earlier tonight. I put out a tweet. By the way, there are some reports out there that the Lakers were talking to the Raptors about some type of move, including Talen Horton-Tucker. I mean, at this point, all right, they could go make a move for THT, but you're really selling him at low. He's probably at his highest value last year, and they didn't obviously make a move at the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. The only question I would have with Talen Horton-Tucker is, if you do make a move for THT, are you really getting back much that's going to change much this season? So you better make sure that whatever move that is that you're giving up THT, it's a piece that you think is a good piece that is can either be an asset in the summer or you keep for next season. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so I put out this tweet a little bit earlier. I said, all this attention on Russ, save some of that energy for Anthony Davis, save some of that attention for AD. Let me tell you what I meant by that. Russell Westbrook has just been a punching bag all season long. And I know I mentioned this yesterday, that all the attention that keeps going to Russell Westbrook, didn't play today, but all this attention that's going to Russell Westbrook, they didn't lose yesterday's game because Russell Westbrook. They gave up 78 points in the first half. I don't think I need to break it to you guys. They didn't lose the game because of Russ. They lost the game because they don't play any defense, and they're not a good team. They don't do anything together. Okay, Russ is going to have bad games. It's easy to point the finger at him. He shoots 3 for 11, 2 for 10, has turnovers. Russ is not helping the situation. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm making a case here that Russ is the perfect basketball player, because we all know that's not the case. But the reason why I tweeted all that attention on Russell Westbrook, save some energy for Anthony Davis, Laker fans, I don't know about you, but it was a year and a half ago that I was starting to make the argument. ESPN had this ranking that came out, and it had like the top, 10 players, 25 players in the NBA. After Lakers won a championship, they ranked LeBron number 1, Anthony Davis number 2. LeBron is continuing to do what he does. Is he perfect every night? No. Tonight he had 6 turnovers. But I'm not going to question LeBron James at age 37. Here's who I will question. Is Anthony Davis a top 3 big man in the NBA? Of course he's not. Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jokic, maybe you even want to put Karl Anthony Towns, who I don't watch on a night in, night out basis. But I'm sure you can make some cases out there. Is Anthony Davis a top 10 player in the NBA? A lot of people would make the case that maybe he is. But what I can tell you is the Anthony Davis that I watch, the Anthony Davis that I'm watching since they won a championship back in 2020, that ain't the AD that most Laker fans thought they were going to get. That's not the Anthony Davis that I have kind of built my own image of who Anthony Davis is. And I'm going to always go back to this quote Brian Windhorst gave me. He is inconsistently great, which is not a good title. Inconsistently great is what people say about Anthony Davis, and what Windhorst told me on the show a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so. So Anthony Davis tonight, Laker fans, did take a shot in the fourth quarter. Took 11 shot attempts. I know he had 5 block shots. I get that. I'm going to give him praise and credit for that. AD had 17 points tonight. Is that what he had? Just to double check. 17 and 7 for Anthony Davis tonight. Lakers were outscored points in the paint by 18 points. Where the hell is Anthony Davis? Where's AD? Where's Anthony Davis? You know Giannis Antetokounmpo had 91 points in 2 games against the Lakers this year, and it's supposed to be mano a mano AD versus Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let me say that again. Giannis had a 47-piece and a 44-piece on the Lakers, and that's supposed to be the guy that Anthony Davis is supposed to go back and forth with. I don't know what we're looking at. I don't know. There are times when I see Anthony Davis, and more times than not, I'm asking myself, where's AD? Where's Anthony Davis? I mean, again, maybe I've put him on too high of a pedestal here. Maybe my expectations are not fair for Anthony Davis, but I think that's what we were all sold on, and that's what you kind of have expected, and you watched it in that title run. What is this version of Anthony Davis now? He had a nice run when he came back, dropping some 30s, dropping some 15s, all that stuff. Fantastic. I didn't feel his presence against the Portland Trailblazers tonight. I did not feel his presence against a Portland Trailblazers team where half of the squad, I'm like, did this dude just come up from the G League? Where'd they grab this dude from? And Anthony Davis couldn't dominate tonight's game. Anthony Davis took 11 shots total tonight. Anthony Davis took 10 shots total last night when Giannis was doing whatever he did. This is supposed to be your future. This is supposed to be the second best player on this Lakers team. I mean, I get the energy on Russ. I get it. I completely understand the energy on Russ. But Laker fans, I think what's being lost in this whole Russell Westbrook stuff is Anthony Davis is not showing that he's the player that you can count on in the present and the player that you want to count on in the future. So let's not forget that in this whole piece that we sit back and we talk about this franchise and this team. Nobody is living up to their expectations and doing their job on a night-in, night-out basis. And for me, AD stood out tonight. But it's the Blazers. I mean, what if they ended up winning the game by 2 or 4 points? It's like you're almost better off losing a game like this because it's just another reality check of where you are. And, it's an unfortunate situation, but it's the situation of where the Lakers are. All right, let me read off some of these comments here. I think they intentionally lost this game. They wanted to show that Russ isn't the problem here, and you'll see the next game you see Russ playing again. You could actually see LBJ and AD has no energy. Well, tell you what, if the Lakers if part of their game plan is to lose intentionally, they're really, really good at that. You know, if there's one thing we want to give them credit for is if they're trying to lose, spot on. You couldn't get any better on that. Let's see what else we got here, Laker fans. This is true. You know, I'm gonna read this comment here, and I feel this way when I'm watching some of these games. Everyone has given up already, no energy. I can't really listen. Have they given up? You know, are they not even coming out there? No. But man, the body language. Man, you know, I think Lakers went up by a 9, maybe 11 was their largest lead. I can't remember. 9 was their largest lead. And then before you know it, they let the Blazers right back in it. See what else we got here. Westbrook and AD and 2027 first round pick for Marcus Morris, PG-13, Ibaka and Covington. I do like the people creating trades. You know that's going to happen between now and the trade deadline at noon tomorrow. Let's see what we got here. Let me read this off. Well, I don't know who this dude is. NBA writer and podcast host for Hoops Hype. I'm a fan of Hoops Hype. I'm going to read this off, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know, you know, how much meat this thing has, or if you can trust it. Let's put it that way. Sources: the Lakers, Knicks, and Raptors have discussed a 3-team trade. Lakers get Cam Reddish and Alec Burks. Knicks get Goran Dragic and draft picks. Raptors get Talen Horton-Tucker and Nerlens Noel. There's also a chance Kendrick Nunn is added to the trade as talks continue. I mean, you could try whatever you want to try. I mean, I don't know if, you know, the world's going to end on something like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It would be really, really, really weird. Really weird if the Lakers don't make any move. Isn't this kind of weird, Laker fans? Think about this for a quick second. If they don't make any move and it's the same dudes, you know, let me kind of remind Laker fans about something. I had Bobby Marks, who is NBA insider for ESPN. He came on Lakers Talk this past Monday. And he said, watch out for the Lakers in the buyout market, because he doesn't think they're probably going to be able to do too much at the trade deadline. Maybe you get rid of guys to free up some roster spots. He mentioned, I want to say, Kent Bazemore and DeAndre Jordan. But something to keep them, and a name he mentioned was Gary Harris from the Orlando Magic. Let me just use that as an example. The deeper the Lakers fall, the tougher it's going to be for them to even attract people from the buyout market, because Paul Millsap is another name, just using names that, you know, guys that will probably be around. It's going to be even tougher and tougher to attract anybody in the buyout market, because why would a guy come to your team if he doesn't think they're going to go anywhere? You know, usually the buyout market, it's usually those players are kind of saved for opportunities to go win. And if the Lakers just kind of keep falling further and further back, why wouldn't Gary Harris say, no, I'll go to I'm just throw out names, right? No, I'll go play for the Denver Nuggets, the Dallas Mavericks, the Utah Jazz, the Memphis Grizzlies, just using teams that, you know, could be in the mix here. So I think, you know, even the buyout market is going to get kind of thinner and thinner for the Lakers. But can you imagine that tomorrow at noon, nothing changed, that it's the exact same roster? And if it's the exact same roster, you got this squad that's going to go play 26 more games together the rest of the way. Is it just me, or is it just going to kind of continue just kind of spiraling downward? Because it's really, really tough to get sold on this team that these guys, that anything's going to change, right? That fight is going to be there. See if there's anything I want to play. You know, Vogel had something interesting. I'm gonna read off one thing here. Let me find the exact quote. So Bill Larm asked a question to Frank Vogel. Bill Larm with The Athletic. if there's a scenario in which Russell Westbrook isn't on the team after tomorrow, and he said a couple of things, Coach did, but one of the things he said, if there's a way to improve our team, we'll improve our team. I've got nothing else to say about the trade deadline. I mean, it's just, where do you turn here? You know, it's like every angle that I turn here, I'm try to find kind of something positive, but to be honest with you, I don't think there's that much positivity to talk about here. Who would want to come back and possibly hurt their stock? I'm assuming you mean from a buyout market perspective. No change can give this team heart. It's a good answer, my man. It's a good response there. Sign Allen to a vet minimum. Here's the thing. Let me tell you about if I got out there. I pull a hamstring in the first 36 seconds. I'd pull a hammy. All right, so we went 27 minutes tonight. You know how you guys do your Sliwa, your late thing on the post-game show. I was really late tonight, so I apologize about that. So it's 11:55 right now. I'm going to go home now, get a little bit of rest, and come back ready to go to talk more Lakers basketball tomorrow morning. 2 shows. So I got a show Thursday, got a show Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then Saturday, the Lakers will take on the Warriors. Depending on how tomorrow goes, if something happens...
Want to win a vacation? Watch the big game ad.
What up, Laker Nation? Most of us did. We were already champions of standards, okay? And so by his standard, by LeBron James' standard, he didn't play well tonight. He got off a little bit there in the end, and we started catching up, but it wasn't good enough. It just wasn't. He said 10th is still a play-in game. Goat Bron, of course. It doesn't take away from his legacy. One game will never take away from his legacy. You just have to be realistic, man. Listen, Laker Nation is a very strong-minded and opinionated fan base, and you're not going to ever shut us down because we're very knowledgeable and educated on the game. We give credit when credit is due, and we certainly criticize when that is due. He said even the best players have bad games. Exactly. So nobody's talking smack about LeBron. I just said he had a bad game.
Was good. Go James. Go James in the bill was good. Go James.
He said we for the taking the time to
links in the chat and they can help on anytime.
I don't know what that means, bro. I have no. But all I'm gonna say is this: this team right now just needs to change because we need a facelift. I've said it probably for the last month and a half or so. And people were thinking I'm crazy. Like, bro, we have LeBron, we have AD. They get too cocky. But they're not remembering that this is not the same bubble team. All right? Because even they had great role players in the bubble. JaVale McGee, you see what he's doing in Phoenix? He's a huge part of their success. Now, even though I was critical on JaVale, regular season, he's great. Playoffs, he might be a throwaway player. But in the regular season, he can help your team. He would have helped us. And we traded him away, guys. All right. And then same thing. We didn't re-sign Dwight. We struggled without Dwight. Now we're not playing Dwight. I don't know where this mentality came out of. It's like a bipolar disorder, right? Like we said, okay, we won with the Twin Towers of JaVale and Anthony Davis and Dwight off the bench. How about we go away from that and we try to play small ball? Why? That's a question for the front office. That's a question for the coaching staff. I just don't understand. It's like we sold. You know, it's like somebody paid us money under the table to sell off our team and just get worse. And that's what we did ever since we won the championship. Instead of getting better, we have gotten worse. Think about it. Last year, we were a first-round exit. Everybody blamed the quick turnaround, myself included, for all the injuries and everything. That's fine. We gave them a pass. This year, we're not even in the playoff picture right now. Think about it. We're hoping for the play-in.
And we supposedly traded for the third superstar, and look how bad it's gotten. And we lost important coaching staff members like Jason Kidd, and our coaching staff is getting more and more exposed by the minute. So, all in all, man, it was a disappointing night. And if it wasn't for my brother Mook hooking it up earlier, man, I probably would have been crying right now. That's how bad this loss was. I'm talking hypothetically, obviously. But I just don't understand this team, man. This is the most confusing team I've ever seen. We win one, we win two, we lose two. And to suck-ass teams that don't even try to win. This team sneezed and won by accident because Anthony Simmons showed up. He wasn't even playing good in the first half. That's how bad it is when a team can accidentally beat you with their youth and their young legs and their rotations and their being out coached and we're being out hustled. Then you know that we're in serious trouble. Again, thank God for the NBA trade deadline because I'm not sure how much more of this insanity I could have been able to take and just lying to myself for hope. I can't do that no more. I need the truth and nothing but the truth. And tomorrow we're going to find out exactly. You know, we're going to find out exactly who we are. Are we a pretender with a bunch of big names and no heart? Or are we legit going to make a run at a decent roster in order to compete? That's all. You know, that's all I want to say. Robert says he doesn't see no trades. If we don't see no trades, we're going to have a problem. I promise you, there's going to be 2 videos tomorrow. The trade deadline special and the rant special if we don't have a trade. I'm expecting a trade. Like I said, my gut rarely fails me. I'm expecting a trade, maybe 2. But yeah, this has been, my phone blew up after this loss. I'm telling you, right, I'm looking at it. People telling me, man, I'm freaking upset. I'm so disappointed. You know, my night is ruined. That's how much power the Lakers have over Los Angeles. We love the Lakers, man. We love the Lakers. Again, shout out to my bro Mookie. Check it out, guys. He really hooked it up earlier. Check it out. All the stuff in the background. If you guys want to see feel-good video, go watch the pregame, man. Because this ain't it, bro. I'm really disappointed on this one. I can't even fake how disappointed. Like, this is really upsetting. I can't even pretend to be happy because of the way the Lakers played tonight. And that's really frustrating, man. Really, he said, don't criticize Jeannie. She got us the title when we were a mess. Oh, no. Jeannie Buss doesn't get a pass. Of course, I'll be respectful around Jeannie all the time. I think she's a royalty. But I do think if we don't make a trade tomorrow, she's going to be put on the hot seat to try to make a move because what I mean by that is Rob Pelinka's lives are running out. He's making mistakes now. And if he doesn't try to correct these mistakes, then now he's going to be questionable, right? I still believe in Rob. I think he can get something done tomorrow. Hope I'm right. Prove me right, Rob, please. But if not, then everybody's going to get it. Jeannie, the criticism for me for Jeannie would only be that she's too nice. That's all. You know, I just wish she would be like, you know what? You guys aren't performing up to par. And she pulls out the chart and she's like, you're supposed to be here, here, and here. You know, like an executive, like a CEO. And just pull out the axe and say, all right, you're fired, and you're hired. You know, that's what I would love from Jeannie. But sometimes I feel like she lacks that because she's so nice, right? She's so nice. And that's my only criticism from her. I wish she had that killer. If you don't have that killer, then it might be better for you to hand down the reins to somebody who has that, you know? That's all I got to say about that. But I love Jeannie, man. I hope she stays at the helm forever. However, stop treating business like pleasure, man, because we need a real killer out there. She already apologized to us once, so we know she has a good heart and the best interest at heart for the fans. She's just a little too patient for my liking. But let's see. Again, too early. I think Rob will step up. So I'm not going to criticize anybody today. I will say
The Texas Firearm Act of 2021 has changed the game for Texan gun owners everywhere. Commonly called permitless carry, Bill 1927 will take effect on September 1st, 2021, and allows for open or...
Save my words for tomorrow after the trade deadline, and then we'll go from there. Depending on what moves were made, I don't want any phantom moves either. I'm not going to be happy with just Paul Millsap. We still have Russell Westbrook and the coach on the team. That's going to be even more atrocious just because Millsap is old as well. And it's not always one team's trash is another team's treasure, even though I think Millsap is decent. But if Brooklyn don't want him, look what happened with DJ. Might be for a reason, right? Flip Sonic said, what did you expect? The majority of teams' players are rejects from other teams. Giannis made LeBron realize he's old and washed up. AD has no hunger and motor to lead the Lakers blow it up. Well, listen, I'm one step away from thinking like you, to be honest with you, man. If, like I said, if we go with the same roster past the trade deadline and past the buyout market, but especially the trade deadline, then I will probably start thinking like you guys about blowing up the roster. But you guys know I'm a very patient, educated, smart, visionary type Laker fan, and I still see LeBron James competing for another title here in Los Angeles. It's just up there, man. You know, it's up there. Kelly said, best thing of the night was you and Mookie. Thank you, Dan. You are appreciated. Thank you, Kelly. Definitely thanks to Mookie, man. Again, I like Mookie. Did so good that I even forgot to mention my sponsor, man. Shout out to Prize Picks, best fantasy sports betting, not betting, the sports app out there. Make sure you guys place your entries, and if you're a first timer, type in promo code DTLF, man, for 100% deposit match, plus all the way up to $100. So check them out for sure. Just had to shout them out real quick because I forgot to do it earlier. That's how heated I was, guys. But yeah, I agree with my guy right here, Johnson. He said young legs are killing us. That is true. And it's something I didn't want to admit all season is that we're too old, man. The Thunder ran us out the gym. They blew us out one game. I couldn't believe it, man. The Kings ran us out the gym. Who else? I lost count how many bad games. Please refresh my memory because it's been so bad, man. It's been so bad. Like, the Thunder beat us twice. The Kings beat us twice. We lost to teams that didn't even have their superstars as well along the way. So disappointed, guys, in this season. Dan, you deserve all the blessings. Shout out to Mookie for hooking you up, Dan. Don't be down, brother. He said, we still the 17-time champs, plus our Rams are in the Super Bowl. Thank you for reminding me, bro. I needed that. Yes, sir. Again, man, my bro Mook came through pre-game. If not for that, trust me, man, this really, the pre-game really put me in such a positive mindset that nothing could ruin my night, especially if the Lakers make a trade tomorrow. That'll really put me over the top, man. But we do need to get younger. That's my number one request, man. After whatever trades we make, we need to get younger. I think, you know what I would like for the Lakers to do? I would love for them to bring out the axe, similar fashion, and I said it pregame, to how the Cavs did it. When nothing was working out, they had Darren Williams, I think D. Wade, and they just started trading everybody left and right. They ended up with Clarkson, Larry Nance. They got younger, and as a result, they made it all the way to the finals. And even though they lost in the finals to the super stacked, cheat code Golden State Warriors, at least they made a run. That's what we need, man. That's what we need. I think the Lakers need to come out with that super axe and just do whatever they got to do. Clean house from a lot of players. Like I said, just keep, in my opinion, the three players that we should not touch this trade deadline, clearly LeBron James, AD, and Malik Monk. And yes, I know Monk had a bad game, but I still don't want to trade him. I still think he's a part of our future if we can, find the money to pay him. He said, just mail it in and accept it. That's not me, bro. I'm a positive dude. And my positivity has paid off for years, so I just can't succumb to the negativity. I'm still holding out hope, man. I got that final straw in my hand. I'm just holding out hope for the Lakers to make a trade. I really want to see it, man. I really want to see it. In my heart of hearts, I'm hoping this is how it goes tomorrow. We trade Westbrook, whether it be to the Wizards or the Rockets. I don't think we could trade him to the Wizards. Or the Knicks. Just trade him away. That's the number one priority tomorrow. All right. And then, secondly, if we can acquire maybe, an Alec Burks type wing, or Thaddeus Young off the buyout market, that'd be great. Another big like Tristan Thompson if he gets bought out, or if we can trade for him. Or some people want Buddy Hield. I'm not mad at it if it happens. We might need another scoring punch type player to inject, infuse us with some energy. Maybe that's what we need. Who knows? But overall, man, we need better defense for reals. Like, we need way better defense. He said, I really don't get the adjustments this year, Dan. We would have won games with the proper adjustments. That's true. We literally dropped like 10, 15 games that we could have won, and they've come down to the wire. So not only have we not been able to execute down the stretch, but we've made some costly turnovers. Tonight there was no Westbrook. We still made those turnovers. Embarrassing, guys. This was embarrassing as hell. Because I have hope too, Dan, but for next year, no assets or role players this year. And the offseason Westbrook contract is easier to move 2 picks for better role players. That is true. That could happen. That could definitely happen. But for some reason, man, my gut's telling me we're gonna do something. I feel it, man. It's in the back of my mind. It's gonna be hard to sleep tonight. But when I wake up, man, I want to wake up to my phone blowing up and people telling me, "Dan, go live." It's my favorite. When a trade happens for the Lakers in our favor and you guys get really excited, it just gives me that jolt of energy, and immediately I get ready. You know, whatever I got to do to come on the live stream and react to you guys. There's no better feeling in the world than that for me, man. It's like a high. Vic said we need to get more time for some young guys. The stars need to get some more rest if we want to win consistently. That's just the thing. The thing is that this coaching staff has ran our old guys into the ground. All right, let's be real. LeBron looked really tired tonight. Even though, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though, I'll say this, even though LeBron James had a bad game, he still had a 30-piece. He looked tired, guys. He wasn't even rotating defensively. We're coming off of a back-to-back. We didn't execute the last game, so what happened? Right? What happened? The Lakers had to overplay LeBron and AD. Right? We still lose. We still lose. And then today, again, back-to-back losses. And what happened? More mileage on old King James. So we've done a horrible job of managing minutes with our old superstars, unfortunately. You know? And we've done a horrible job at everything this year. It's been bad. Evan, appreciate you, bro. You said, I like your drip, bro. That shit is fire. Appreciate you, man. I remember my broker days, man. I remember when I was working a full-time job, living paycheck to paycheck. Some dude in the comment section said I had no drip. I was like, wow. I was like, okay, all right. I remember that. So you guys have truly blessed me, man, and the channel has grown. Now you see the vision, man. You see the drip now. Is it yes, Dan? LeBron James tried and frustrated. He's tired and frustrated. Everybody, man. The Laker fan base, I think, is about to hit that eject seat button for the season if they don't make a trade. And that's a huge if, though. I still feel like
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. With our flexible plan, only pay for the data you use, down to the cent. It's great if you use less.
You know? But yeah, I agree with my guy right here, man. The small ball crap not gonna work. Not gonna work. Kelly said he's doing that thing and he's not coming home ever again. So I hope nothing but the best for y'all. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. Kelly has bad experiences with LeBron. I remember she said that last time. I remember that. A lot of people critique LeBron for that because that has been a criticism from him, that when the going gets rough, LeBron gets going. That has always been a criticism, and that's something we can't argue until now. But let's see if this time it changes this time around, if he sticks around for the toughness, you know. I can't hate on LeBron. He helped bring a chip here. He was the first superstar that had the guts to come when everybody else was afraid of Kobe's legacy. You know, he basically broke that trend of superstars even not giving us a meeting. So I'll forever be indebted to him for that in itself. Now, might he had maybe some personal, selfish reasons behind it? Maybe so, but it's a win-win. You know, as long as they help you, you help them, it's a win-win. That's the way I see it. But I respect Kelly's opinion. I think, listen, she went through it with her Cavs, and I'm pretty sure she was heartbroken both the times LeBron left. So I can only imagine. What's your final Russ prediction? What can you guarantee me, LOL? Ozzy, you know me, bro. You know me and my predictions. I'm like a 90%er. So my gut tells me there's going to be a trade. If that's going to be Russell Westbrook, I have a feeling it might be. Like, I'm 60% sure Russell Westbrook won't be a Laker past the trade deadline. I feel it, man. When I have these feelings, they rarely fail me. They have before, but they rarely fail me, man. And so that's the one thing that the Lakers are looking at, I think, right now. If they can't trade him, it's because they absolutely try to swindle us on the way to trading him. So that would be the only thing that stops us. Like, I've heard they were looking to unload, that one dude, that center Tice, and his contract runs past the season, so they don't want to add nothing that runs past the season because they want to have cap space for 2023, right? So maybe, like I said, if they're trying to swindle us, maybe Rob won't do it. He'll just sit on it and say, you know what? I'm going to take the fall for this. I'm going to take the blame, but I'd rather do that than dig us into a deeper hole, right? How did we go from Dennis Schroeder and us despising him to not wanting to give him even 21 mil a year to giving Russell Westbrook, getting Russell Westbrook, whose contract is 44 mil, and he can opt in next season, and to just basically the whole season blowing up in our face. It's crazy how far, and then the coaching staff is to blame as well, man. It's not just Russ, but it's a huge reason why we are miserable as Laker fans this year. I'll tell you what helps me, Laker Nation, and a lot of my fellow Laker friends do this as well. They always hit me up and they tell me, they send me clips of old games and stuff. When I struggle with a night like tonight, right? But again, I'm very thankful and happy for what happened pregame, so I'm not as depressed as I usually would be. But usually, when I struggle with a night like tonight, I go back and I watch old games like Kobe versus the Suns. Game 5 when he went up 3-1 and he hit that game winner, or the finals when Metta World Peace smacked that 3 in Game 7 versus the Celtics, or when Kobe was destroying Orlando alongside Pau Gasol. I go back and make me feel better, man. That's what gets me through these tough times and helps me to stay optimistic, because we've already had the historic moments. We can relive them whenever we want. They're forever written in stone in history. Nothing can change that, no matter how ugly the future gets. Nothing can change that, and it's a blessing, and we have to go back and enjoy that sometimes. Kobe's retirement game, that always helps, and I know a lot of you guys have told me you guys do this as well. So just passing it down, man. Just get through it, and let's see if something positive comes out of it tomorrow, man. He said, lose big to good team, lose to really bad team, and barely win when we win.
Mask is in the building. What's good, Mask?
Not much, man. Just got off work. Payday, man. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Trust the process. The Sixer way. So what's happening with you, go, Mike?
I'm back. I fell out. Hey, Mask, man. Hey, man. I'm proud of you getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I know the feeling.
Yeah, I tried to file my taxes yesterday. They changed some number on my filing number or whatever, people that have kids. So I gotta order a new number, wait till that come, then everything will be good. But shit, it's gonna be looking lovely, because I got a paper check they're supposed to be sending me all the way from last year, plus something else they added on from this year or something. That's supposed to be 11 grand. That ain't even counting what I'm gonna get back for taxes. It's 11,000. I'm looking like, damn, where the fuck this money come from? Keep on looking at that shit like, yeah, right. That can't be real.
That's gonna be big bank.
Man, I'm talking about 11 grand, one check, man. I don't know where to bust that bitch, but I'm finna bust that bitch upside the head. What?
Hey, man, I'm proud of you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, man. I love to see black brothers out here succeeding and doing big things. See, everybody come to my channel and they be like, "Oh, I hate Goat Mike, and he's this and he's that and he's this and he's this. And he's jealous. He's hating." Bro, I want even all the guys who hate me. I want everybody to have success in life, whether you're black, white, Mexican, Asian, Chinese, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no hate towards them. I want everybody to succeed in whatever they doing. And to the guy named Goat in the chat, he was like, "Get your rest, Goat Mike." Look, I don't know what rest is. All I know is hard work and dedication. You know what I'm saying? So when I see Mask out here about to get paid and shit like that, I love to see black brothers making money doing their thing, dog. I love to see that.
Yeah. Cash App get you paid quick. What? Everybody else check come tomorrow. Mine came at 11 something at night. I'm like, ooh, super early.
And that's a blessing. That just shows your hard work. Whenever you work hard in life, shit pay off.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. I ain't up to nothing. Shit, about to go to the dispensary and go to the liquor store, chill, and then I gotta go get these tires done, all 4 tires, new all season tires. Get this done on this car. You know what I mean? I got a truck. I gotta I got a fully loaded 06 Denali. GMC Denali. What? 26s, 15s in the trunk, wood grain. I'm talking about what? It's a player mobile. What?
Man, that's right good.
Man, what? I got that big pretty bitch put up. I'm not driving that in the winter time. I was gonna get some winter tires and shit on the truck and get it prepared for winter. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just keep it put up and fix on whatever need to be fixed come summertime. Ride them rims again come summertime, man. I'm talking about what? You'll see. Summer come. I'm gonna cam up, show you. I'm talking about real 26. I'm talking about what? Sitting up stupid high. I'm talking about system so motherfucking loud, you can hear me 3 blocks away. Easy. Got a deal for that shit. I bought it last summer for $6
Yeah,
on
man said blocks
Facebook
away.
Marketplace. On Facebook Marketplace, it had a system and all that shit. Fully got wood grain, it's re-chromed, re-wood grain. It don't look like a regular Denali do. Like you look up any truck that's that year, that same colors, the same everything. This truck fully loaded. I'm talking about heated seats, everything. It come with 6 seats, but I got 4 in it because I got a box so fucking big with an F so big in the back. I had to take 2 seats out. Yeah, I'm talking about what? Got the earthquake in the back on 6s. What? I'm talking about what? Pull up, and then what? Your bitch gonna be looking and choosing. She gonna be breaking her neck. Like if she don't see them rims, she gonna hear that system. One of the two you gonna hear when I'm pulling up.
Man's gonna get
crazy.
on.
Man, what? I went so crazy in that truck this past summer. What? I had to calm down. Shit. Yeah, what? I'm talking about my first week in that truck. It was scandalous. I'm talking about every night I'm trying to knock something down. I'm like, the first 7 days, I'm fucking a different bitch every day.
Knocking those down.
And I did. I found a different girl for 7 days straight. Got head twice in the truck, fuck once in the truck, and then the other 2 times I had to go up in the crib type shit. But I was trying to fuck every time in the truck. But yeah, I got head in the truck though. First woman came in the truck, gave me head in the truck.
I think it's easier to get head in the truck than the fuck in the truck.
Yeah, well, see, I ain't got them seats and shit that like let down and shit like that, let out. So it ain't really no room to fuck unless a bitch gonna like get on top type shit. It ain't a lot of room to do that either. Cause I got this big ass thing in the middle that got all of my shit plugged in, like all this extra shit. I got like lights and all kind of shit on my truck. I'm talking about what? That motherfucker look like a spaceship on the inside. All kind of custom shit. Cause I worked at AutoZone. So I got all kind of, I got a bullet, an ashtray that's a bullet. It looked like a bullet, a shotgun shell. And I got like bullets, like the little caps that go on your tires that cover the tire nozzle. Mine golden bullets. Yeah,
that's nice right there.
Man, I'm telling you what. And it got what's this like gray and black wood grain, real wood grain redone in there. The motherfucking the door handles on the inside and the front is chrome. It's like a lot of pieces that's like been replaced with chrome or wood grain, because the dude that I got it from, he was taking vehicles and hooking them up for like car shows and shit like that. But he wanted to start doing all 300Cs, doing 300 series. He still had the truck. Ain't nobody come at him about the truck. So he was sitting on the truck. I came at him. Done deal. Pulled up with the blicky. Of course, if it's any transaction I'm making in the streets that's over 100, I'm pulling up with blicky. Make sure this, if it's gonna go left, I'm finna pull out with the right. If it go right, I keep calm with the left. That's how I always play it in these streets. Once you step up on the sidewalk, you don't trust nobody else but your damn self. For real.
Man's ride too clean.
Man, what? I'm talking about clean than a motherfucker. I don't know why I ain't never came up and show you the truck, but I been had it put up. I got it parked at by my homeboy house and shit right now. He just cleaned it off every other day type shit. Cause I'd be tempted to get in it and ride and it gonna fuck them rims up. Cause in this cold and shit there. Plus, I don't know. I just moved into this girl crib over here. I don't know these neighbors like that, and I don't want to be pulling up with that loud ass music like that. Cause where I was at, you know what I mean, everybody already knew what it was. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know the vibes over here. I only been here for like a month or two, so you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna keep my shit over there. And then come summertime, finna get crazy. What? You know, that's what I be telling my girl, like, I got a whole vehicle I can drive, girl. Don't nobody gotta be in your motherfucking car. I'm trying to be in your car to help you out and to keep my shit clean and keep my shit from being rusted and fucked up. Because all that snow and ice and shit, it eats at your shit and it show rust over time. You know what I mean? When it's slapping up against their driving type shit. So I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping my motherfucking truck put up. What? But I got somebody offering me another truck too. I might sell the truck that I got. I got some 24-inch rims up in my basement right now.
You finna get a whole new truck?
I bought some 24s like a month ago.
Hey, there's an actual song called 24s. I play it every day.
You're talking about T.I., right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I got some clean ass 24s too. Them bitches clean in a bit. What? I got some shit. I'm preparing. Really, to tell you the truth, I want to ride in my Denali, but like, you see, you got tinted windows, big ass system, big rims. It draw a lot of attention, not just from regular people, from police too. So I might switch up, and I'm thinking about getting a Beamer or a Benz crossover.
Hey, a Benz is nice. I want to get a Benz.
And I'm gonna take them 26s and sell them, downgrade to 24s, real nice and clean, still decent size, riding foreign, whole different whip. You ain't even gonna see it coming. Niggas ain't even gonna know who I am when I'm sliding through the hood to the window, to that window roll down. They're gonna be like, oh, okay. You got to switch up on these niggas sometimes. You can't let them see it coming. You know what I mean? So I've been thinking about that for the last few months. Like, you know what? Because everybody be coming at me about my truck and about my rims in the system. I'm like, if I sell the truck, I might keep the system, but I'm probably gonna sell them rims. I'm gonna sell the rims in the truck. I'm keeping the system, and I'm trying to get like a BMW X5 or one of them crossovers, nice crossovers, either BMW or Beamer, some foreign. I'm gonna be riding foreign this motherfucking summer. What?
Man, that's gonna piss off everybody.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I told my girl, like, you better humble yourself, because you already know how I'm holding. You know what I mean? I already had bands before I even start working. Been sitting on bands. Then what? Then just looked on this motherfucking Jackson Hewitt thing, bro. They owe me 11 bands, bro. They finna send that a paper check. Oh God. I'm looking like that ain't even my taxes. What? Taxes gonna be like 6-7 bands. That's like 17,000. What?
Easy.
And I'm making over 500 a week, so I'm straight. I'm Gucci.
Man, so this thing working hard, man. Hey, I love to see black brothers out here working hard and getting their money, man.
Yeah, got to keep my damn freedom and keep a few things. You know what I mean? Don't have to ask nobody for shit.
And you ain't out here stealing shit. You ain't out here doing no crooked shit. You getting your shit the right way, not the wrong way.
Hell no. I went to I had to do like some community service and shit when I was a teenager, stealing out of stores and shit like that. But as far as taking shit, I used to rob motherfuckers. Like I robbed your ass.
I ain't been to prison twice, man. I went and did something real crazy. I ain't gonna say what exactly, but I did something real crazy. A motherfucker pissed me off so bad, and I went bonkers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm fighting the case right now, man. Fighting for my motherfucking life, man. Over a bad temper.
Here's why I was able to overcome the case, because when the case happened, I was in high school, so that's how I was able to overcome it. So So I went to prison twice as a high schooler. So I was able to overcome it. If that had happened when I was like 18, 19, I might have done more time. And on top of that, I might have had more added consequences with it. So being a high schooler, they give me some leeway. So okay, we're gonna put you in prison for a couple of months, or whatever, and then we're gonna let you out. But it was actually scary in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to get some guys on my side because being in there, if you don't got guys to back you up, you in trouble.
Any man that go to, I don't care how many times you've been to prison or jail. Anybody that go to prison or jail and say they don't get nervous, that they don't get scared, they lying. They trying to be tough and save face. Because it ain't nothing but troublemakers. It ain't nothing but criminals and no good ass motherfuckers. So it ain't no I'm big, bad, and tough, and I'm finna prove something. No, motherfucker, we already know what you did. We already know how long you gonna be here. How much longer do you want to be here? And what you want to do while you here? That's what kind of question niggas got in jail.
No matter what you've done in your lifetime, you can't be acting like Tupac because you be dead.
I know.
And I love Tupac, but he thought because he was big, bad, and bold, being big, bad, and bold and go so far. So only so far you can take it. So when I look at things, when I see guys talking smack, I don't let it get to me. You can't let guys' words affect you. As long as they don't touch you, kiss my ass. That's why I don't pay guys no attention. When guys come in the private chat, like, "Oh, go Mike, you should kill yourself, do this or that." I'm like, I'm so tough mentally. It's like that don't bother me. You see, that's what's wrong with the world today. If you're not tough mentally, you can have all the muscles in the world, but if you ain't tough mentally, you ain't gonna survive in this world. And that's real shit. You won't survive long if you're weak mentally.
That's a fact.
You can have the biggest biceps ever. You can have all the muscle you want, but if you ain't tough mentally, you have to be dead somewhere. And that's real shit. You gotta be tough mentally. You gotta have that, especially working a job. Working a job takes mental too.
Yeah.
Anything you do is mental. Working out, diet, sleeping. Everything becomes mental. You can't do shit in life without mental game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you work at a job or from home. If you're not tough mentally, you're not gonna be able to do it. Everything take heart. And that's why I say AD is a great player, but that man got no heart. I'm telling you, these athletes, not even just AD, athletes in general, they get paid millions of dollars. We out here making a small amount of money, and we're putting in more effort for way less.
Because in their mind, long as they entertaining, that's good enough, win or lose. Different mentality nowadays with a lot of these players. That's why they go for the finesse game more than, really going in the post and learning all that real hard skill work, because all of the fancy pump faking, triple threat, jab step. If the shot go in when you're done doing it look a lot more entertaining. So they try to mold their game after being more entertaining than molding your game to actually fit your skill set and actually mold your game to become great.
Whenever I play ball, man, I don't care about being fancy. As long as that ball go in the hoop, that's all that matters to me. I don't care how it go in, as long as it go in.
I feel you on that.
Guys try to be too fancy. We try to be too fancy. A lot of times you miss that way. You miss shots when you're doing too much. And even on defense, you can't teach defense. Defense is an effort thing. That's all it is, effort. It's how bad do you want it? Or you going with intent. Like I said, man, when I played ball in school, man, I was one of the toughest guys on the whole team. Because my team was talented. My team had a lot of talent. But none of my teammates had the dog that I had. None of them. So I was getting on niggas' ass. If I felt like guys were playing soft, I was on their ass. I was like the Draymond Green of my team. I was no, don't get it twisted. I was a Draymond Green that could drop 30 any given night. But I don't care about dropping 30. Like I could drop 30, but the thing is that wasn't my priority. My priority was get my teammates involved, making the right play, not forcing shots, playing together. That was my kind of game. I could definitely drop 30 if you want
Controlling
it.
the tempo.
Huh?
So you more of a point forward.
I'm more of a point forward, and I'm a glue guy. I'm like it's like I'm always talking. When I'm playing basketball and I'm playing a team game, I'm always talking. People like, God damn, it's basketball. If I see a pick coming, I'm gonna call that shit out. I might say switch, or I might say stay, right over the top. It's just certain things you do as a defender. When I'm playing defense, I'm calling shit out early, before it even happened. Watch that pick, it's coming. You know, it's just certain things you do. Like watch the Lakers game tonight. The Lakers don't never stop ball. Whenever you playing defense, you always start the ball at half court. You start the ball. When the pick comes, if I can't get over the pick, I got to call pick left, pick right. Then on top of that, if you watch, when you play defense, let's say, Mass, you was on the left side, right? And if you drive left, what I'm going to do is, whenever I close out, I'm going to force you to go one way. So when I close out, I'm going to close out to your right side. Because what am I doing? I'm forcing you to the help, which is the baseline and the other defenders. And if I close out to your left side, what am I doing? I'm giving you an easy drive to the lane. And also, you know how guys always jump on defense? I'm not gonna jump fully because I want to have time to recover. If I just jump in the air and stuff like that, you can pump fake, step in, get an easy bucket. So whenever you close out to a shooter, close out. But then when you close out, don't close out so much to a point where you can't stop. If you close out too hard, now the guy is he's turning you around. And that's not how you play ball.
You see, that's what I'm talking about, guiding your defender to the help. Like with AD and LeBron back there playing free safety, Russell Westbrook, his job is so easy. He makes shit hard. Whether you're going weak side or right side, if you can't cut the corner off, bend their ass and guide them towards your help. So that means that's a scheme where you don't even have to be an elite defender. Just pay attention and stay within the scheme and hustle when you need to really hustle. But can't even do that, man.
And even on offense, Mass, if I'm going ISO and I ain't going nowhere, look, what I hate, even LeBron does this. You have to look at the feet. If I'm Russ or I'm LeBron, I'm AD. I'm looking at your feet. The first thing I'm attacking is your feet. If you get your left foot in front, I'm attacking that. Right foot in front, I'm attacking that. You know why I say that? Because as a defender, you don't want to have to open your hips. You don't want to have to turn around to the ball. So what I don't get is, if you're Russ, you got the ball, you're not looking at the man's feet. You're just attacking. Look at his feet, attack based off his foot. Now once you attack, he's gonna try to cut you off. Once he cuts you off, what do? You cross back over. If he cuts me off one way, I'm gonna cut back over. But then when I cut back over, I could pass that bitch up, get that cut back door, easy bounce pass bucket. You know what I'm saying? Basketball is your IQ. If man's guarding me and I can't cross him up, why not pass the ball up, cut back door, get it back to bucket?
Or you can run horns or pick and roll. You can do whatever you want to do with LeBron and AD. Mostly runs the motherfucking high pick and roll, or quick get it
But
to
you
him
have to
down
set up.
low, run horns.
You had to. Here's the problem with that though. AD's pick is soft. Like AD sets that soft ass pick. So how you gonna run a pick and roll if the pick is soft?
Because they don't have him running pick and rolls and pick and pops 90% of the game like he's supposed to. He running ISO when he's supposed to be doing that when it's a last minute, last second situation. You don't just go ISO every time. Like you supposed to be trying to get in position down low or up or high post. Try to draw the double team. You can't draw the double team. Don't go ISO always trying to get that. I mean, he pretty good at going ISO and getting that fader. That fader is money, but
he needs to. But the thing is, Mass, is this: when AD does that fadeaway, if you notice, his defender always jumps on his jump shot, right?
Giannis is going for it.
Guys going for it. So if you're AD, you could pump fake. No. You could do a fake fadeaway and then just step through. You see what I'm saying? You know how Kobe Bryant used to fade, like he used to act like he's finna fade away.
Yeah,
as soon as you jump, he step through.
He's too skilled, man. That boy was a monster.
But that's what I'm saying. AD should have that in as a big. You should have that because I watched Hakeem do it. He used to always do that. He used to always act like he's finna fade, and then he'll pump fake and he'll step right through, easy bucket. Like footwork in today's day is lacked.
Yeah, Mikhail and Olajuwon had the best footwork out of any dudes ever, I think.
I criticize. Hey, fix the camera, Spree. Spree got to fix the camera, dog. Spree, you got to fix that. Look. AD and LeBron has no footwork. I'm sorry. Neither one of these guys got footwork. How you a big man and y'all footwork is trash?
I don't even know, man.
They don't got no footwork of game. How you drop into the hole? Like you have to understand how man
Trailblazers without Damian Lillard, and even with Damian Lillard, they trash.
That's
so
that
means
IQ.
you're super trash. If you lose to them, you're super trash.
That's because their IQ is so low. They got a low IQ. If Simons is baking, you as a defender got to ask yourself, how bad do I want to stop this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Defense is how bad do I want it, and even offense. LeBron and AD, their offensive game is overrated.
We could be seeing a star or a superstar though, man, because Simons had to sit behind Lillard. You know what I mean? And now he got that full time. He's in position to be full time right now. Man, that dude's showing out. He's one of the best point guards in the league right now on the low level.
He only showing out because we got guys on our team that don't know how to play D. They don't understand the fundamentals. Like basketball is all fundamentals. I don't care what it is, offense, defense, all that shit is fun. Look,
if you ain't got no legs either though. So young dudes take advantage of us. Young teams take advantage of us.
But it's also this. It's also accountability. If you heard Russ's interview, he said something like, when they asked him about his benching, he was like, about the numbers, I feel like I should be on the court, this and that. But Russ, he showed you he's not being accountable. If you're getting benched, you got to ask yourself, why am I getting benched? Turnovers, bad shots. But Russ is saying that his numbers on this and that.
He said based on his resume and the work he put in, he shouldn't be.
Like, come on, bro.
Bro, that's the work you put in before you got here. What you've done, and see, a lot of people don't understand, and what a lot of people don't know is Russ has played all 55 games. He's played every game, and this is what we got.
They don't care about what he did years ago. We care about what he's doing right now.
But that's him though. In his mind, what he did years ago is going to forever be good enough for whatever he do moving forward with any team.
That's the kind of mentality that's terrible. If I get benched, I'm gonna ask the coach, hey, why I get benched?
And you see LeBron when he said we ain't on a level, and he don't think we can get to that level. AD didn't fucking move. He didn't say a word because he know what time it is now. Yeah. See, the thing about it is, LeBron is not the type of dude to get mad right away. He's not the type of dude to get mad. Even it just depends. You know what I mean? Like the last time we really seen LeBron get mad, the last time he really got mad was when he was in Boston down 3-2. The time before that, when he got mad, when he had to score 29 straight points on Detroit, they was beating him down. But this time, this boy is mad, man. He's very disappointed. He's disappointed in himself. He's disappointed in the franchise, AD, Russ. And at the end of the day, everybody got a reputation, but he the biggest name over there, and all of this shit is an indictment on his resume, his legacy. He's pissed off, bro.
LeBron made his grade though, man. LeBron made his own grade.
The thing is though, when you somebody like LeBron, you gonna just fire everybody ass.
He made his own grave though. Whenever you brought in Russ, you dig your grave.
Don't worry, he's gonna come up out of there because he finna fire everybody ass. AD might have to go too. Shit, don't be surprised. They be like, don't be surprised at the last minute we gonna trade every motherfucking body. Literally everybody on the team. We're gonna have to do a completely new roster. The only same person gonna stay on the roster is LeBron. AD, Russ, everybody gotta go. Every motherfucking body. For real, bro. I don't know. We got a major shakeup because LeBron pissed off. So we're not finna get these MVP caliber games out of him. He done. Watch what I said. He gonna start fucking up, doing a whole bunch of weird shit. He gonna start throwing these games. He not finna give it all for nothing, knowing that you ain't gonna win. Could possibly injure yourself, fuck up next season. No, I'm gonna slow down, cruise, get this scoring record, and don't get injured while y'all sitting up here fucking up and ain't helping none. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna get my scoring record, keep my health, and regroup next year. That's really the best option for somebody in this position at his age. Whether you agree or not, that is the best option for LeBron right now.
GTM in the chat, does Russ have a player option after this season?
I think they gotta pay him $47 million next year, straight up.
Okay, so if you wait, you're gonna have to pay Russ if you wait.
John Wick said Russ gonna ball out after All-Star Weekend. Man, go on somewhere with that dumb shit. Trying to have a good morning.
If we don't trade Russ right now, we're gonna have to pay him, right?
No, we ain't gonna have to pay him that 47 until a certain day next year before the season starts. We'll get him traded. If we don't get him traded right here, he getting traded in the preseason.
I'm afraid to say it, man. If we wait till the all season, it's gonna be worse because I don't see any teams helping the Lakers in the all season. If you're the Lakers, you gotta try to make a trade.
And by then, Kendrick Nunn gonna be healthy. You feel me? Like gonna get him, work him out, send some tape around. People gonna be coming for him. So we gonna have assets. We gonna have some pull. We ain't gonna be at a complete disadvantage.
They gotta trade him right now.
We should just wait till preseason because a lot of players gonna get healthy. They're gonna have to get released, traded.
We can't. Hold on. We need to hold on. I don't feel comfortable because look, LeBron's already been playing hurt. I don't think I feel comfortable waiting another season to try to get another championship. I feel like this opportunity, if we waste this opportunity to win a chip now, I feel like LeBron's gonna fall off a cliff next season because LeBron, he's got a golf ball injury. So if you're the Lakers, if you waste this man's season right here, I feel like next year I don't believe LeBron could. Like when I watch LeBron play tonight, he looks kind of slow and not all there. But man, I know you love LeBron, but I hate to say it. If we don't win the chip this season, that'll be it for LeBron James. Just keep it in 100.
Possibility.
That's more than a possibility because LeBron's already showing his age. LeBron's body gonna be. I'm telling you, LeBron's gonna be done for if we don't win this season. This season, right here, this is his chance. LeBron needs to win right now. You trade Russ right now because if you wait till the all season, it's not gonna matter. I'm telling you, they better not waste this season. LeBron's window, I believe his window ends this season because that man's already banged up. If you allow LeBron to have to wait a whole look, imagine LeBron not winning the chip, right? And then you go on the next. Hold on, this is a spree. Hold on, who the spree?
Yo, what up? What up?
Was Bracken?
You just woke up or some shit?
First time caller from Australia, bro.
You from where? Australia?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm smoking Dirty Dozen right now. 15 a G, and we're at 27.28% with 0.074 CBD.
I'm gonna say this shit right now. If the Lakers don't win this season, LeBron's window is gonna close. I'm telling you, I could just see it from miles away. LeBron needs to take advantage of this shit right here or right now. Don't let this season waste. You trade Russ and Massacre smoking up a storm. What's up, say? Hey, to the guy named Spree GC, man, how long you been subscribed to the channel, dog?
Probably about a month there. Goat Mike.
Oh, you've been sitting back observing shit before you finally decided to come up on a panel, huh?
I'm the goat in the chat, bro.
You know Iggy Azalea?
Hey?
You know Iggy?
No.
Iggy from Australia too. She bad as fuck.
Iggy, oh yeah, Iggy Azalea. I'll make her baby mama.
I smash Iggy Azalea.
She bad.
She
bad.
I had to tap that. I'm sorry.
I had to leave her alone. She ended up being baby mama. She crazy.
But look, man, I'm gonna have to hit Iggy Azalea. I'm sorry, Mass and Spree. I'm gonna have to hit her, man. I'm sorry.
Her tall,
No,
light,
you can have her, man.
Australian ass boy. Woo.
What'd you say, Spree?
You can have her.
So, what do you think about the channel so far? You been? I've seen you in the chat a lot. What have you been observing?
The channel's pretty good there. Goat Mike. It's a bit different than everyone else's. I like it. It's a bit different, bro. Keep it up.
It's different than everybody else shit, no doubt.
Yeah, man. That's why I come on here.
I'm probably the streaming king because I also hold. If you see my banner at the bottom, I hold the record for streaming 40 hours. I literally hold the record. A guy in the chat, he told me to go to bed. like, bro, all I know is hard work and dedication. That's all I know. I know nothing else.
Legendary stuff done went down on this channel. What? I had a 10-hour LeBron rant. 10 hours straight. True story. Ask Cuba to go. He was there. 10 hours. Whoever came on the panel, I ran. I'm going crazy about LeBron. The whole time. 10 hours straight.
Whenever I hit 2K subscribers, I'll drop the 40-hour stream. That shit long as fuck.
Bro, we done had some long ass streams, bro. I'm talking about 12 hours, a whole day. Easy. Go Mike used to be going so crazy. He really done slowed down.
How do you stay up that long?
Go what? I don't know. Ask that nigga.
I'm the goat, man.
He a robot. He ain't human.
I already told niggas I'm half human. Everybody don't believe me.
That nigga is not human.
Why do you think I got Big Ben as my profile pic? It's for a reason. That's why when I have trolls in the private chat saying certain things, I'm like, y'all know what y'all dealing with. You dealing with the monster. I was, as a matter of fact, I was named right after a serial killer. Literally. And I ain't talking about one in real life. I'm talking about I was named after one off a movie. And I ain't gonna say which one. I got that vibranium. I'm telling you, I'm just different, man.
Ted Bundy?
You said what?
Ted Bundy?
Nope. You way off. You way off. You way off. Not even close.
Fuck knows.
I ain't never gonna say that. Well, if y'all could guess it, I'll give it to you if you could, but you probably couldn't. Everybody don't know, man. I be doing the unreal shit.
John Wick be going crazy in the comments. Bring your bitch ass up
Y'all
here.
want to know a funny story? When I was in high school, I went for this dunk on the alley-oop dunk. I came down and I literally heard my ankle pop. Like you said, you know what I did? I limped to the sideline, took my shoe off, retied it up, taped it up, got back out there, and I did a whole nother dunk again. They're like, how the fuck is he doing that on a broke ankle? I played sports with broken bones. That's how tough I really am. Because you can play a sport with broken ankles or a broken bone in your back. I've had broken bones in shoulders, all kind of shit, fingers, knee. I've even had times where I popped my knee and I was still able to play sports. Like niggas don't understand. I'm just different.
The fuck is you talking about, John Wick? I'll smoke that blunt down. See, I know a lot of people like when you be seeing me smoke, you think it's like trash because I don't be coughing. But no, it takes some fucking what? It takes some kill to make me even cough. Like I think my tolerance is like way too high because I had moon rocks. I smoked that, plus put some weed with it and everything. I got high, but I'm like, damn, I'm really not high like that. I think my tolerance done really went up like this past couple years since this, at least especially this past year since dispensaries and shit done came. Like what? Been going way too crazy.
This dude compared me to it's a Mike put like Giannis. But no, I don't. I got a way better jump shot than Giannis. I got a way better 3-point jumper.
I reckon you play like Kobe, eh?
Put like Kobe, man. I don't take too many fadeaways. I can shoot them, but I don't take a lot of fadeaways. I try to do more. I like doing more spin moves, jump shots off the dribble, 1-2, give and go. One of my favorite plays that I love to do too. It's called the alley-oop reverse. It's where the ball hands on top of the key. He gives the ball up one way, the other guy gives it the other way. Once the other guy gets the ball, he drives the lane, throws the ball up off the pick and roll. I go up and I just throw it down. That's one of my top plays actually in high school. It's called a reverse pick and roll alley-oop play. That play's sweet, man.
I'm about to go get some kill today. I'm about to go get some red gelato. About to get some shit. What?
What'd you say? One of my other plays too that I love the most is where you call for a pick, you fake the pick, you step behind the pick, and you shoot the jumper. I love that play because that play could trick anybody. If you bite, I can go around the pick and shoot, or if you don't bite, I can fake and go back the other way. All kind of shit. Hell yeah, man. They don't understand, man. Goat Mike got plays, man. All kind of plays.
Oh yeah, I seen you, man. You deadly from 3-point range with that set shot dead off the pick. Yeah, you get your rhythm going. You be deadly.
I love that. Hey, Mass, I love the set shot because let's say, Mass, I'm playing against a dude that's athletic. Guys that are athletic, they love to jump, right? Most of them. So if I got a set jumper, if you jump to try to block that, I could pump fake, get right to the rim at ease, and lay the ball up.
Easy.
When you're a jump shooter, Mass, if a guy jumps to block it, right, he's gonna block that because you can't change the shot now. You're already off the ground. But being a set shooter, it's easier to just pump fake and just drive by. But if you're a jump shooter, once you jump, if that shot don't go up, you're done. I don't believe in jump shooting for that reason. Because man, I want to give myself more than one opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
If I jump automatically to shoot and the guy's tall, I'm automatically killing my my drip because if I get blocked, either I'm getting blocked or I'm forcing it. If I stay flat-footed, I can just pass it back out. Either I'm a shooter or I'm a pass it. But if I jump in the air, now you see, even when I drive to the rim mass, even when I drive to the hole, I stay on the ground because now I can stop, look around, make the pass. Like Russ, he loves to jump. When you jump on a drive or a jumper, you kill the. It's easier to turn the ball over when you jump. It's easy to do that. If I drive on UMass and I go nowhere, but I'm jumping in the air, either I gotta force that shot or turn the ball over. But if I stay flat down, now I can drive in, pivot, turn
You can always
around.
pump fake and make them fall into you and draw a foul too.
But the thing is, how you gonna
That shit,
pump fake
Kobe did
if you
that shit. Kobe and Harden is the kings of that shit.
but here's the key. Kobe and Harden, whenever they draw those pump fakes, most of those pump fakes they stay on the ground. Most of those things are drew from the ground. If you get the ball on a guy, okay, mask. If a guy runs at you jumping all reckless, oh yeah, it's easy to draw a foul. Harden and Kobe love to draw fouls because guys kept jumping. Like you don't close out reckless. Like mask, if I'm guarding you, right, I don't have to jump to close out. All I do is close out, stay on the ground. If I close out jumping and you pump fake, it's an easy bucket.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blow by now. But man, if I close out and I stay flat down, now make you have to score that shit. Contested. Defense is all attention and detail. You don't have to jump to close out. Close out, stay disciplined. Don't run too far. You know how guys run out too fast? It's not how you close out. When you close out, you gotta look at how the guy mask. If you're a left-handed shooter, I'm closing out to your left. You're right, closing out to your right. And when I close out, I'm not gonna give you a blow by. I'm gonna close out just enough to contest. I don't want to close out so much to a point where I'm giving you angles. It's called a over mass. I call it an over closeout. Guys love to Guys be over closing out. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Closing out too far, too much. Kind of like Nurkic. If I'm guarding Nurkic and he bigger than me, if I was AD tonight, I would have fronted Nurkic, front of him, get in front of him. You can't if you can't guard Nurkic from behind, what do? You play in front. Don't let them get the ball easy. Make them throw the ball where? Over the top. Make them throw it over the top to Nurkic. Don't play behind. Let them get the ball. Now he dominate you down low. Make him throw that bitch over the top.
That's some games. They even got this. White Russian. Spooky.
I need to be the head coach of the Lakers, man.
For real. Somebody need to. Frank Vogel and Russell Westbrook got to go. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. Everybody else, we can figure that out. But them two niggas got to fuck go.
Whenever you hear me talk basketball, I'm probably better than half the Lakers.
I mean, because having sense enough to bench a motherfucker that's fucking up your team don't mean you a smart coach at all. So, like Frank Vogel, for him benching Russ and all that shit, bro, you don't get no credit for that shit. Like a good coaching move. That's what anybody will fucking do at this point, because you already in the hot seat and you might be getting fired. So you trying to do whatever to flex your muscle and make yourself look decent while you getting your ass beat every game.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. They should make me the I should be the point guard of the Lakers, man. Just going off my attention to detail, like it's like, man, our basketball minds are better than NBA players. If that don't tell you nothing, what will?
Because dudes is super talented and they in shape, but they don't work on skill, like the real intangibles. They don't work on that stuff. They don't work on the basics.
They don't work on the fundamentals of the game. Like, that's just blatant. The fundamentals are important in basketball. You can have all the skill in the world, but where's your fundamentals at?
Well,
that's why I say, if I was in the NBA mask, I'll be killing half of these dudes. To me, I'm lying. I'll be killing motherfuckers. Easy.
Yeah, you say you be killing motherfuckers. Easy.
And I ain't gonna kill them with a bunch of skill. I'm gonna kill them with fundamentals. Just a whole bunch of fundamentals. If I'm trying to cross you up, Maz, and I ain't going nowhere, why should I keep dribbling? Why not pass the bitch up, cut back door? Easy basketball. Easy ball. Oh, I'm in the post. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. Pass the bitch up, cut back door. Easy ball. If I see my man, if I see LeBron's in the post, I'm gonna cut back door. Guys just stand there. Even LeBron to extent. LeBron, if you ain't going nowhere, why not pass the bitch up, get closer to the basket, get the ball, dunk the ball. You know what I'm saying, Maz? For example, let's say, Maz, you guard me way out front, right? And I'm too far from the rim. And I'm in the post, right? I could pass it up to Texas, repost. Repost means what? I'm going to get closer to the basket. Then I'm going to get the ball back. How many times, Maz, in this game did LeBron have a small guy guarding him? And you're trying to post him up from the three-point line. That ain't basketball.
No.
You're trying to post up from the three-point line. And you're 6'9". Give the ball up.
LeBron do really dumb stuff. Like, I think he just overthinks it. Like, when he just keep things real simple and attack when it's time to attack, drive when it's time to drive, he really good with that. He can build a rhythm. He can get a shot going, all of that. But when he overthinking and he down and then everybody else ain't playing well, it's always going to go downhill. Like, unless he can get hot and clinch the game like he did a few games here or there, while he been scoring 33 points a game, fucking what, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. He been averaging that for like over a month now, almost 2 months. So he playing. Problem is if he gets stagnant, plus everybody else already consistently stagnant on the team, they get down quick, and then they don't got the defense to get stops to even come back into the game.
And then AD don't want it either. AD don't want that shit. AD let guys. AD don't want the ball more than everybody else. If you're AD, you gotta want it more than your whole. You gotta want it more than
yeah.
You gotta want it like that. Just how you want pussy.
Trying to get that ball. What?
You said what?
Give me that motherfucking ball. Like, you really got to be talking like that. You got to be talking like that. Like, that's how Jordan was talking. That's how Kobe was talking.
Even when you don't got the ball, fight for the rebound. Like, you don't even fight for the rebound.
Fight for that ball.
Did you watch Paul Gasol play in Game 7 against Boston?
Monster.
When you watch Paul Gasol in that Game 7, Paul Gasol was doing everything possible to win that game. You talk about getting all kind of rebounds, all kind of tap outs. Everything Paul Gasol did in that game was like Paul Gasol get the game ball for Game 7. That nigga was doing everything. He didn't drop 30 points, but his impact, like, he was everywhere. On the glass, on the boards, defending, hustling. Like you could tell Paul Gasol was needed because Paul Gasol won the game, not Kobe Bryant. In Game 7, Paul Gasol was everything for the Lakers. Literally, he was everywhere. You really couldn't stop it. He ain't dropped 30 like he ain't dropped 30 points like AD, but his impact was everywhere else. Rebounding, hustling, defending, diving on the ground. Anybody think I'm lying? Go watch Game 7 against Boston with Paul Gasol. That nigga was doing everything he could. You talk about a guy that just wanted more. Paul Gasol,
He's an underrated player, no doubt about that.
Paul Gasol don't have. Imagine if Paul Gasol can do that. Imagine if Paul Gasol had the athletic ability and the skill of AD with his heart. With the heart that Paul Gasol got, give him the athletic ability of AD and the skill set. And tell me he's not a top 3 or 4 big man all time. If that's the case.
Was really dribbling because Gasol was already. I think he got a better post game and he a good mid range finisher. The only thing is he would just have to learn how to shoot threes. Outside of that, Gasol he got a good offensive game. He ain't no average offensive player.
No. What I'm saying is, Paul Gasol got a heart already. But I'm saying you give him the skill and the athletic ability with the heart. You give Paul Gasol 80 athleticism and skill set. Tell me he's not dominating. They're the one 3 chips all back to back. They're the one 3 in a row. They would have beat that Mavs team. Mavs know that shit. You give Paul Gasol what AD got right now. Paul Gasol would dominate, I'm telling you, Paul Gasol was a problem. You talk about a dude that just play hard, play tough. And I respect Paul Gasol. He tough, man. That nigga tough. He not getting 30, but he tough. All AD can do is drop 30. Oh, I got 30 points. Oh, I got 10 boards. Man's no Paul Gasol better than AD. He won't admit it. We just got to realize that Paul Gasol is just better.
I wouldn't say he's better, but I would say he would be better right now.
Man, you put prime Paul Gasol over here right now. Man, Paul Gasol would destroy Nurkic. He'll take Nurkic right in that little post and give him that jump hook. I'm telling you, Paul Gasol would eat Nurkic for lunch.
You think so?
Especially in his prime, yeah. Paul Gasol gonna give it. He gonna give it to Nurkic. He gonna give it to him, and he ain't gonna back down from Giannis either. If Paul Gasol can go against KG and Tim Duncan in the same, bro, this man Paul Gasol went against Tim Duncan and KG in the same season, and you tell me he couldn't beat up on Giannis and Nurkic? Come on now. Tim Duncan way better than Giannis. That shit ain't close. Tim Duncan and KG way better than Giannis. The only thing Giannis got above KG to me is probably points and fucking MVPs. But KG and Tim Duncan's a fucking problem.
And Tim Duncan can shoot threes too.
Tim Duncan can shoot. He can post up all that. Bro, if Paul can go and get them niggas, he would have no problem checking Giannis. He would have no problem. I'm telling you, Paul Gasol was no hoe, man.
Huh? Say what? Gray string. Yeah, I see it. What about it? Hey, what down? Oh, you talking about tying this on there? You want to cut this in half and put it on each one? I don't know if it's long enough. Though. This one is. All right. You want it so bad. You want Long John Silver so bad. I do. What did it go on? Okay. Okay. You don't like no weed? I just smoked some weed. I'll be just fine till the dispensary open up. I'll be high still when I get there. I just smoke. I just. Man, listen. The tire's gonna be done. That's all you do is smoke all day. Don't even worry about all that. You supposed to be working. You supposed to be working. Less talking, more working. Mm-hmm. I can't. I can talk on my phone. What you talking about? Do what I want to do. I'll be on my phone right in front of them because I keep the machine running. What? I'll be on it. I know because it's loud on the floor. I'm on the floor. Here. He's getting ready to get a new phone, so I ain't worried about that. As soon as these taxes drop, and go in the store and get whatever phone I want. I don't care if it's the iPhone 44. I'll get that bitch. Whatever the newest phone is that come out, when them taxes drop, I'm getting it. Whichever one costs the most and it's the newest one, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm gonna make sure this, and I'm gonna make sure it's a 2-year warranty on it too. That's what I'm gonna make sure this phone 2-year warranty, and I'm gonna get it paid at 3 months contract. You should do when that's what you should do too. That's what you should do. When your taxes drop, pay your phone bill up 3 months. I thought we were switching to right. We is. So I see about us switching to Metro, see about getting a deal. If I pay 3 months and I already got a credit, see what kind of deal I can get. You switch over and we both be on a plan for like $100 a month, unlimited everything. Probably can get something like that. Yeah, probably like that. Should be able to get that. When you switch over, plus use my credit. What's the name? The tall white girl. She's asking me when I was gonna be on the high low. So I don't know. Cause the one young black dude, he ain't make it in. So Jose, whoever the dude name is, the Mexican supervisor, he had to be a high low driver practically for most of the night. And then she got to do a little bit of do some high low. I guess she was saying, got to set up and do this, and that. Something she was saying about how you got to set up and do stuff between the shifts and right when you start. All that she was explaining to me. I'm like, man, because that's why I want to keep it real simple. Be a high low driver. Like, I'm not gonna be trying to be team leader, and then I got to be part-time high low driver busting my ass. I ain't trying to bust my ass now. I'm trying to make more money and do a little bit more, have a little bit more responsibility. But I don't want to have to straight bust my ass now, because how I'm looking at it. Listen, how I'm looking at it, homeboy busting his ass. He be glad he get up out of there. I'm telling you, he busting his ass. You got to be a high low driver, and you got to assign everybody where they working at, and you got to go run around, check on them, and all that shit too. And do all paperwork, all that, man. That's a lot of work. All that walking you got to do. You got to do so much more walking as a supervisor. What?
You need to find somebody else that you have. I know you know.
Don't you think I ain't trying to think of something? And I ain't finna be trying to find any old body and it be a botched experiment. That's what I'm saying. So, Trump.
I'm watching it today. Thanks for tomorrow.
I'm going. I'll look on the internet, look and see about some stuff. Other places or something.
I'm gonna get my feet down and I'm gonna pay for that. Okay, baby. Let me get the phone.
Yeah, get your ass to work. Get your ass to work. Yeah, that's your job. My job is done.
I don't care what job is done.
I clocked out. You're clocked in, honey. Hurry up, Massa calling.
Ain't nobody with me.
I hear a call. You too. Talk to you a little later. Make sure you call by 11:30. You said what? What donut? What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about the car, man? I'm thinking you talking about a real donut. You talking about that damn donut? Ain't nobody gonna take your donut. Ain't nobody gonna take no donut, man. Take your ass to work. That's what you do. Yeah. You know I'm back. I'm back. I don't think he's seen me though. Yeah, you tell him I'm back. I've been back. I'm in there. All right. Talk to you later. Love you too. Oh, Mike. Bro, this shit ain't on, is it? Go, Mike. Bro, you must have shut the stream.
It was going on, man.
Bro, I was talking the whole time.
Yeah, I was listening to you talk, man. I was funny.
Oh boy.
That was a girl talking.
Yeah.
And she was harassing you, huh?
Yeah, that's all she do.
She said, I gotta call him at work. I don't go fuck.
Yeah, I don't be calling when I'm at work.
That shit hard.
I don't really like calling and talking to nobody on my break. On my lunch break, I like to relax. You know what I mean?
Gotta chill, relax.
Yeah, that's my personal time. Like I don't call and talk to nobody unless I have to. I got a 10-minute break, I got a 20-minute break. I'm not finna be playing around at all. That's my personal time, paid time.
I be going to bed on breaks. When I be at work and I go on break, might have to go to sleep. I don't eat, drink, nothing. I just go to sleep.
Power naps.
To get them power naps. The power naps is big. Like whenever I get guys like SFM on the panel, I get to take me a little bit of a nap, about 10 minutes. That should be big. And with me being in my prime, I don't need a bunch of hours at one time. Just a couple of power naps.
Couple power naps, huh? I can't do power naps. When I fall asleep, I'm asleep.
If you can get 3 power naps a day, that's big.
Man, this boy Stafford got a cannon. I'm looking at this motherfucking picture of this dude arm. It is legit.
What you talking about?
Stafford, he got a cannon on him, man. He in shape.
I hope that cannon working on Sunday because I bet 3,000, bro.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp gonna get his. That's what you gotta know. You can't stop that dude. He is a force.
Stafford don't win, I'm gonna be on his ass.
You got Odell Beckham Jr. If he play like he been playing, you're not gonna stop that receiving core. And then see that's the difference between them and the Titans. They can stop you, sack you 9 times, and score. The Titans couldn't score. The Rams can score and they can destroy you on the defensive end too. So, man, the Bengals gonna have to work some major work cut out for them. You can be inspired all you want. You can have all the chemistry you want to have. If your O line ain't better than that D line, the D line gonna eat. Period. Yeah, Rams is really legit, man. Crazy thing about it is they can add on. They gonna be a contender for as long as Stafford and if they re-sign Beckham and then they get a third guy, and we already know what Cooper Kupp doing. And Akers he's coming along as a decent running back. They can get another running back right behind him, and his team gonna be something different. Hard to deal with. Yeah, I gotta go to Walmart, get these tires, get all 4 of these tires done.
You see, you can get all 4 done.
Yep, all brand new, all seasonal tires, and gotta go to the dispensary today, and going to Long John Silver's on my woman get off work. Long John Silver's. Long John Silver's be hitting what?
Hey, Long John's underrated.
Yeah, they got some really good food. They really do. I'm gonna be nice and high too, so it's gonna be good. I'm gonna be high as a bitch. I remember one man. This is like about 2 months ago. I went, man. One day I got so damn high. I went to the dispensary, man. Got some weed, some good ass weed, and fucked around and went to Hibachi Grill, which is like a Chinese buffet. So I was eating shrimp, chicken, all kind of shit. They got a salad bar, fruit bar. Ate all of that. I ate like 5 plates of that. Then turned around and went to Red Lobster right after and punished 3 more plates. I ate like 8 plates. I didn't eat shit. I wasn't hungry all the way until the middle of the next day. And then when I shit it, I thought I had a newborn baby. True story. It was an epic day. But today is going to be an epic day, of course, because it's motherfucking payday. And that's what you got. No. Don't nobody want to come up on a panel. You see them killers on my shirt. They see the drip. They see the drip. See them killers on my shirt? Because I'm a killer. That's why. I'm a killer on the panel and when I log off. And that's what you gotta know. John Wick scared to come up on the panel. He's so scary. So fucking shame. That boy a real stepper. And I'm looking at this dude called Bounty Tank. He's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, whenever you watch this team play, you want to tank sometimes.
What team is that?
Lakers.
Man, I don't even know what to. what to think when I watch them play. It's like when they doing good, they doing so good. Seem like they show this potential to be something, and then it's just like they just no defense, missing defensive assignments, ain't hustling to get rebounds. It's just trash. It's just trash. It's bad. Like, oh man, LeBron pissed too. What? You see when he said that shit? AD didn't say a fucking word because he already fucking know. He talking about all of you bitch ass niggas. Russ, AD, Melo, all y'all niggas ain't did what the fuck you need to do. LeBron been put in work. He been did this shit. He trying to add a little bit more motherfucking frosting onto this big ass cake he done made already. You motherfuckers can't even manage to hand him the motherfucking utensil so he can dip it in the motherfucking frosting and start putting the frosting on the cake because you bitch ass niggas can't play defense, you can't make shots, and you don't got no goddamn basketball IQ. And this is what we left with on this team. A bunch of dumb motherfuckers. Got some young dumb motherfuckers. Russ, Monk, Austin Rivers. You got some old dumb motherfuckers. Melo, Trevor Ariza. Who else? Dwight Howard. It's not a good mixture. The roster don't fit the coaching scheme. The coach don't have his staff that he want. Then he got unsure footing in the franchise because they keeping him 1 year, prove it, 1 year, prove it. They ain't giving him an extension right after he won the championship. They ain't giving him an extension. So they don't trust in you. They ain't gonna let you have your own coaching staff, and then you don't got the proper roster for your style of play. So, I mean, what you really expect from Frank Vogel to do? Any coach to do? They won't let you have your own coaching staff, and then the roster is garbage. And the best player you got on your team is 37 years old. See who won this Warriors and Jazz game real quick. Oh man, Donovan Mitchell went ape shit on their ass. He hit one from about 40 feet. He going brazy. Yeah, Bogdanovich and fucking Mitchell went ape shit on the Warriors. They blew their ass out. Yeah, 111-85. They beat shit down the Warriors' legs. Jazz came out to play. Boy, be tired, boy. I don't know whether to stay up till the dispensary open or take a little nap. Still deciding in my mind. Yep, Russ gotta fucking go. Vogel too. Need to go get David Blatt, the coach we had the first year in Cleveland. Go get David Blatt. I guarantee you, if you call him wherever he's at, which is probably not the NBA, he'll take it. Revamp the roster, make sure AD and LeBron is strong and healthy coming into the season with a good supporting cast, and let's fucking run it. This year is looking like it's a dub. Damn, ain't nobody else even hopping on the fucking panel. This nuts. Usually have one or two people. Got an hour and a half till this dispensary open up. It's about to get spooky. All right, go, Mike. I gotta hop off, get ready to get in the shower, do some shit. Salute to Go Mike, like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel.
Hell yeah.
And I am Real Debates TV. You can come holler at me, watch some of my lives and videos I done already made, and I'm going to be making some more lives and videos very soon. I'm just preparing and getting some shit ready. But the main thing is Go Mike. Like, share, subscribe, and donate to his channel. That's what it's all about. Salute to everybody. Peace.
All right, man. Thanks for pulling up, man. Shout out to Mass, man. Big dog status. Mass a great dude, man. Make sure y'all, stay tuned and all that stuff. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notification. Shout out to GOAT Team in the chat. What's good, everybody? Hey, man. But we out the thing.